South Columbus and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
The River Dragons are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South, Hydra Live, Mr. Sparky, Express Printing, BioLife Plasma, Pepsi, Vector Ply, Zelmo Zip-In, Houston Clinic, Columbus Diagnostic, Kinetic Credit Union, IGH Properties, Trivoli's, Shredaway, Nuke's Eatery, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Victory Land, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now, let's head to the broadcast booth for the start of the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Here's the voice of the River Dragons, Tom Callahan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Columbus River Dragons hockey. I'm Tom Callahan. Thank you so much for joining me as we're getting ready here tonight as the Elmira Mammoth in town tonight and tomorrow night, the weekend set with the Mammoth. Their only appearance here in Columbus, Georgia this season. The River Dragons come in leading the FPHL 14-2-1. Meanwhile, the Elmira Mammoth 5-11-2 the mark, but don't let that fool you because all 5 of those wins have come in the last 8 games. That's right, this is an Elmira team that started off losing its first 10 in a row. An expansion franchise this year trying to put things together. Yes, Elmira had a franchise previously, but that was the Enforcers. The Mammoth are a completely different group, different ownership, had to start from scratch. And so the Mammoth had a tough time starting from scratch this year. As I mentioned, you lose 10 in a row. You're searching for some answers, and there's been an influx of personnel as they continue to try to find the right fit at various positions. Now it seems like they're starting to find some luck, winning 5 of the last 8. So again, don't let that sub-500 mark fool you. This is a team that's been playing much better hockey since the Columbus River Dragons opened the season against them back in October, in the weekend of the 21st and 22nd. Now, back on that weekend, Elmira came out with a sweep with a couple of big wins, 6-2, 7-2 over this Mammoth hockey team. But again, expecting a different matchup here tonight. Meanwhile, the River Dragons come in off a bit of a disappointing weekend in Port Huron. The team wins the first game of the weekend set on Friday night. Then on Saturday, things looked like they were going okay through most of the game. The first period, second period, things were all right. Looked like the River Dragons were in a tight one, but had control. However, at the end of the period, the River Dragons picked up a 5-minute major, and then they ended up with a 4-minute double minor at the start of the third period as well. That means 5 on 3, and twice the Port Huron Prowlers capitalized on that. Then they scored 3 more times on the remaining major power play time. 5 power play goals in 4 minutes to start that third period, and it was a completely different hockey game. Now, head coach Jerome Bouchard was not there last weekend. He stayed here to attend his youngest daughter's graduation from Auburn University. Congratulations to her and the whole family. And Jay Krupp got his first head coaching win on Friday, filling in behind the bench for Coach Bouchard. But if you tuned in to our Behind the Bench Coaches show, brought to you by Mike Costello Law during the week, whether the radio or the TV version, you know very well that Coach Bouchard was not happy at all. Not happy with the situation, not happy with the penalty kill, wanted to make some changes here this week and emphasize some things. And we're going to hear from him later on in the broadcast. He's going to tell us exactly what he wants to change and what he needs to see change for this team this weekend. They worked on it in practice this week. We'll get more into it as we get into the pregame show. So that interview is before the drop of the puck. Stay tuned for that. All right, in the meantime, we've got plenty more to set up for you here. We've got a Zelmo Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard to get to. We're into college bowl season as well, although not quite as heavily, but yeah, it's already starting. Can you believe it? We'll be talking about what's going on in and around the world of sports in a little bit as well. But we'll get inside the numbers to this one in just a little bit as the Elmira Mammoth in town tonight. We're celebrating the real estate professionals here in the Chattahoochee Valley. Don't forget, tomorrow night is Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night. I'll tell you the details on that when we come back here in just a moment. So, puck drop is a little less than a half hour away. Stay tuned here in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
It's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. As the official air conditioning sponsor of the Columbus River Dragons, we're excited to be able to offer you our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-813-1935. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
While the River Dragons handle pests on the ice, Orkin takes care of rodents and pests at your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Orkin creates a custom pest plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and thunderbirds.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
And welcome back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you as the River Dragons and the Mammoth getting set to face off for the first of two this weekend. To get us Real Estate Professionals Night here tonight, we welcome all real estate professionals in the Chattahoochee Valley. We're glad to have all of you here joining us this evening. And don't forget, tomorrow night, got to talk about it, ugly sweater and teddy bear toss. That's right, tomorrow night, ugly sweater, teddy bear toss. Wear your ugly sweaters, first of all, because we're having a contest. And bring your new stuffed plush to toss onto the ice when the River Dragons score their first goal. It's all brought to you courtesy of McDonald's, and we thank them very much, with proceeds going to help benefit the Ronald McDonald House as well. That said, there are a couple packages left of the McDonald's Family 4-packs. You can get those through the River Dragons office if you call after 10 a.m. tomorrow, or if you're coming to the game tonight. It's 4 hats, 4 McDonald's meal vouchers, and 4 tickets to the game for $49 plus tax. That's an incredible deal. Just 4 tickets for $49 is fantastic, let alone getting the McDonald's meals and the souvenir hats along with them. And that is only through the River Dragons office. So give us a call in the morning, or you can, of course, stop by 706-507-4625. 706-507-4625. All right, so as we take a look here at, just to wrap up real quick, the Ugly Sweater Contest. Here's the deal. You wear your ugly sweater, and we will pick some finalists. The finalists will go down onto the ice, and they will be judged by the crowd. The winner gets a game-used, team-signed stick. Man, you can't beat that. The River Dragons are also wearing ugly sweaters that night, and they're auctioned off online. The auction has already begun and will end Saturday night at midnight. So go online to bid. Go through ourdragons.com to bid for that, and you'll know you're in the right place if you're using a service called Dash. If you're on the Dash website through ourdragons.com, that's where you can bid on those jerseys. So again, thanks to McDonald's and the Ronald McDonald House. But that is tomorrow night. Elmira in town, 7:30 on the puck drop, by the way, for that one. All right, so let's take a look here at a little bit inside the numbers. As I told you, so Elmira got off to a very slow start this year, and the Mammoth struggled, 0-10 to start the year, but they've started to pick up the numbers. However, one of the more interesting things going on with this Elmira Mammoth team coming into this game is not so much the who, it's the who is not here on this trip. And 2 of their 3 leading scorers, including former River Dragon Parker Moskal, who in 16 games has 35 points for the Mammoth. That is an unbelievable start to the year for Parker Moskal, but he's hurt. He's almost on a goal-a-game pace, 15 goals, 35 points. 2.2 points per game for Moskal, but he is not in the lineup, didn't make the trip, so he is out. And also Tate Leeson, who is third on the Mammoth with 12 points, 7 goals, 12 points on the year. He's a point-a-game guy. He's not in the lineup. He's only played 12 of the games for this Mammoth team. So Leeson, one of the guys they brought in. Moskal got there early, was not there in the beginning when the River Dragons were up there. But, you look at him coming in now and this team trying to turn it around. The Mammoth have a long way to go. They still have a minus 31 goal differential. Still not quite averaging 3 goals a game. The power play is getting better. It has improved for them at 18%. Penalty kill is respectable at 83%. So under Glenn Tamaris, he started to turn this Mammoth team around. But it's a tall order for them coming in here to face a River Dragons team that at 14-2-1 really did not like the way it came out of things last time around in Port Huron. Some of the guys were embarrassed, some were frustrated, and it's really kind of interesting to hear some of the feedback from the players. It's been all over the map as far as the emotions, which is understandable, and probably, depending on the minute, changeable. If I catch you on a Monday and ask you, it'll be different if I ask you on a Tuesday. Maybe you've thought about it a little more. But no matter what, it's been a good season, a good start for this River Dragons team. They want to get right back on track. And talked with Coach Jerome Bouchard, and again, you'll hear that chat coming up here in just a little bit and his thoughts on what he wants this team to do differently. But really, systems-wise, it's the execution. It is not the need to change the X's and O's. It is not the need to reinvent the wheel. Instead, it is simply the need to make the 2-foot pass, the 5-foot pass, make the smart play, the simple play. And I understand it. Look, when you have a team of all-stars, when you have a team of guys who can score, who have hands, who can skate, who can make plays, who can make things happen, you know what? It's human nature. They're going to want to show off their skills. They're going to want to make those plays. But again, it's getting them to do it at the right place at the right time and not wanting to do it all the time. What happens is then you kind of get, caught up in that fire wagon hockey where it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, and that does not suit the River Dragons to always come out with a win. Now, they've gotten away with it at times this year, but you don't want to play that way all the time. Number one, because it's very tiring. You are going 200 feet every single time back and forth on chances, and you're not lollygagging 200 feet. If you're busting your hump down on an offensive chance and the offensive chance is turned aside, but the puck is turned over, and even if it goes 150 feet the other way, now you have to beat feet back the other way towards your own zone for the defensive coverage side of things. And so that is something that you want to avoid because it gasses you over the course of a hockey game, let alone over the course of a season. Getting into those kind of track meet games, it's not, and you know what, it's not great for the River Dragons as it is, but it also really did favor Port Huron. They don't mind playing that style of game. They like to hang those guys. They like to stretch, and Columbus just not as effective when they attempt to play that style of hockey. So we'll see if the River Dragons can rein it in a little bit here and get things going to the positive for them. A little bit more control over the game here against the Elmira Mammoth this evening. All right, so if you're on your way down to join us, please do. We'd love to have you stop by. Right now, it's a comfortable 72 degrees here in the Civic Center, and if the temperature in your home isn't comfortable, call Air Force Heating and Air. When we come back, we'll take a look at that Zelmo's Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. That is coming up on the other side of the break as we continue on in our Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. We'll be right back with more. This is Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
Injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com. or call 706-324-6661.
Hey, sports fans, the seasons are changing and it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. Call Air Force Heating and Air today for our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-223-1945. We're always here when you need us. Air Air Force Heating and Air.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people. And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're on your way in here tonight, plenty of good seats still available. People are filing in here, although already a nice crowd, a handsome crowd on hand here at the Civic Center, getting ready for the River Dragons and the Mammoth. And in fact, it is the last couple of River Dragons games before the Christmas holiday. So if you want to catch some hockey before the game on New Year's Eve, this is your only opportunity tonight, tomorrow night against the Mammoth. And again, tomorrow night could be the most fun night of the entire year. The teddy bear toss is always such a good time and always a lot of fun. We hope that you can make it down for that one. Bring a stuffed animal to throw on the ice when the River Dragons score the first goal of the game. It's always fun, and we pick those bears up. We dry them off if you don't put them in a plastic bag like I told you to do. But if you don't put them in a plastic bag, that's okay, because what we do is we then dry them off and we distribute them to local children and families in need right here in the Chattahoochee Valley. There will also be a Toys for Tots receptacle for tomorrow's teddy bear toss as well. And the players are wearing the ugly sweaters. We want you to wear your ugly sweaters. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please join us. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support, especially here in the community. All right, Zelmo zipping out of town. Scoreboard time. Let's start with college football, shall we? Because there's 2 finals already today and no other games. In the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl, that's the one I want to go to. UAB wins 24-20 over Miami of Ohio. Hey, Alabama Birmingham, nice win, guys, in the Bahamas Bowl. Congratulations. And then in the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl, Troy 18-12 over UTSA. So there you go, number 24 over number 25. Troy beats UTSA 18-12. So good season for both of those teams as well. Always nice to win on a bowl, end the year on a bowl win, though. Man, that's tremendous. I wonder what kind of swag they got in the bags. Let's take a look at the FPHL's out-of-town scoreboard. Everybody is in action this evening. Already halfway home in the first, Watertown and Binghamton are scoreless. And taking a look at Motor City and Carolina, they're getting underway here at the bottom of the hour, as we are, as well as Danbury and Delaware. That is at the bottom of the hour. Port Huron and Mississippi, that will be at 8 o'clock this evening. And so now over in the National Hockey League on a Friday night, light night. And the NHL doesn't get it underway until 8 p.m. Eastern when the Blackhawks are at the Wild. Then at 9 o'clock Eastern, you've got the Blues at the Flames. 9:30 Eastern, the Islanders are at the Coyotes. So that's it. Light night in the Zelmo Zip and out-of-town scoreboard. But, boy, there's plenty going on in and around the world of sports. By the way, don't forget this weekend, the NFL also playing some games on Saturday. I have to DVR my beloved Buffalo Bills. But I have to give you the out-of-town scores, right? So I guess I'm just going to, hope that all goes well, and I'll be able to watch the game knowing that, hey, it could be a win for them. Looking forward to it. I want to remind everybody that our River Dragons radio coaches show, presented by Mike Costello Law, is on every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. right here on our flagship station, 106.9 Really Rocks. Coach Bouchard joined by a different River Dragons player every week. And also our radio affiliates, we want to say hello as well to WZEV 90.5 FM Classic Hits of Lineville, WBRQ 91.9 FM Blues Time in the city LaGrange, and WQEE 99.1 FM home of Southern Sports and Talk in Noonan. All right, well, and also the TV Coaches Show, by the way, airs every Thursday night, 7 p.m. on CTN Channel 16, replaying at 11 a.m. on Saturday mornings. Don't miss that. Coach Bouchard and I break down the week that was, and boy, we had a lot to talk about this week. It's interesting that, and if you didn't see the show, you'll have a chance again. It replays tomorrow at 11 a.m. But Coach Bouchard had a lot to say about this week, even though he wasn't at the games in Port Huron. And we're going to hear from him in just a little bit. But even on the coaches' shows, it said, he watched and tried to break it down and looked at everything that happened and put his finger on the things that went wrong when they went wrong, and what the River Dragons can do different. It's also interesting, coming from McMorran Arena to now being here at the Civic Center, you can immediately sense, the normal size ice, how much bigger it is. But looking at what the River Dragons are looking to accomplish here, this is an important bounce-back weekend. And not that you're going to win them all. You're not. But the River Dragons also understand that they need to put in these solid efforts along the way. They need to be able to go in, fight hard to bounce back from those losses, because you don't want them to become a streak. You don't want the bad habits to ingrain themselves. You want to shake those off. You want to go back to playing the right way. You want to continue establishing the good habits that lead to championships. And that's the goal of any franchise playing, no matter what they say. Yes, they'll say things like, well, we look at it one game at a time, and the only one that matters is the one in front of us. Yes. But at the end of the day, everybody's dream when they go to bed at night and they lay their head on the pillow is to win a championship. And to do that requires building throughout the entire season. And that's exactly what the River Dragons need to do here against Elmira. This is an opponent that has been getting stronger, has been playing better, and they're going to want to come out and punch the River Dragons in the face in their own building. And Columbus knows that. And they know that they have to come out, start well, start with the puck, maintain possession in the puck. This game is not going to be about trading chances if the River Dragons play it the way they need to play it. It's going to be about establishing zone time, then getting your chances, but maintaining your zone time, setting a cycle game on the wall, establishing that zone time, not scoring off the rush. The River Dragons can score off the rush. It's nice when they do, but even in the NHL, the goals off the rush are pretty, but they're not that common. They happen, sure they do. Those are talented guys. Quick skaters, great shooters. Yes, they're able to score those goals. But right now for the River Dragons, back to basics. All right, when we come back, we'll hear from head coach Jerome Bouchard as we roll on in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Tom Callahan broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber press box. We are back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Hey, sports fans, it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. As the official air conditioning sponsor of the Columbus River Dragons, we're excited to be able to offer you our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-813-1935. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back here in the pregame show. We're joined by head coach Jerome Bouchard. Coach, as we approach this weekend set against the Elmira Mammoth, first and foremost, a lineup change, a guy that we've heard the name, Alexander Jamea, floating around for a while. He is finally here, finally in tonight. What can fans expect?
Yeah, you know what? He's skated the last couple of days with us. Talented guy. He's fast. good hockey sense. Going to try to play him with the gray line with Petro, Dozer, Underwood. Try to, I don't know, kind of see where he fits in or whatever. But, he's a former 50-goal scorer last year in Watertown. So, he can put the puck in the net, and then maybe he can light a fire on the gray line.
It's interesting how we talked about different lines picking it up at different times for this team and the depth of scoring you have. It seems like it's rotated through, but not quite everybody's been going at the same time, it seems like. It's just kind of, as I said, rotated.
Yeah, no, and that's why we're winning. One night it's the gray line, and the next night it's Aldworth and the red line, and the next night it's Storjahan and the Kelly and King line. So it's good. It's going to be crazy to see all three lines go at the same time. And then as a coach, you have to define what's going. I mean, my full definition is not just scoring goals. It's playing both ends of the ice and eliminating those turnovers, eliminating those simple plays that cause a 3-on-1 the other way or a 2-on-1 the other way. So, the definition of going is playing both ends of the ice and protecting it, managing the game.
I know you've had a chance to go over the tape, look at last weekend. What do you take out of that weekend, this week in practice in preparation for the games?
This week in practice, we just worked on simplify. Yesterday in practice, we did a drill where it was kind of a 3-on-3, and 3-on-3 turned into a 3-on-2 down the other end, which turned into a 3-on-2 again, kind of thing, or a 3-on-3. And first two things we went perfect, and then all of a sudden it became a racehorse game, and it was 3-on-2 that way, 3-on-2 this way, 3-on-2 that way, and I'm like, guys, that's what happened on Saturday night. 3-on-2, guys, you're forcing plays that aren't there, and we're a one-hit wonder, and that's not what I want. If you don't have it, turn it up, cycle, get into some puck possession down there, and let our 5-man unit get involved as opposed to just a 3-on-2 one-hit wonder kind of thing. So that's what we worked on, and hopefully we can see some of that tonight.
It's a nice lead into our keys to the game tonight.
I just said it all.
Yeah.
You know what? Just turnovers. Just simple, guys. I know we're a very talented team, and we have some highlight real goals already. We just don't need highlight reel goals every single time we touch the puck. And let's just get into a little bit more work mentality. I think we need to be physical. And when I say physical, let's stop stick checking. Let's throw the body a little bit. Don't have to kill anybody, but we need to stop ourselves from circling and this and that. So keys to the game: get the puck in deep, game management, score some goals.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're back with a drop of the puck in just a moment. It's Columbus River Dragons hockey.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost, with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other. Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South, Hydra Live, Mr. Sparky, Express Printing, BioLife Plasma, Pepsi, Vector Ply, Zelmo Zip-In, Houston Clinic, Columbus Diagnostic, Kinetic Credit Union, IGH Properties, Trivoli's, Shredaway, Nuke's Eatery, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Victory Land, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Tom Callahan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Columbus River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Glad to have you on board as we're getting ready to go here tonight. If you were here in warm-ups, and I've been sent a note up here to the press box. First of all, we would like to apologize to all of our military members because the River Dragons always wear red on Fridays. Always. To salute our veterans. You will notice they are not wearing red uniforms. I'm going to talk about it in a second here. And we're underway. River Dragons are wearing the Hockey Town jerseys. Those are the ones they wear in practice. They say Columbus on the back. There's a shot in on goal. Bailey McBurney makes the save. Starting in net, it is Bailey McBurney. He's 8-2-0 with a .920 save percentage, 2.82 goals against average, and one shutout on the year. He's opposed by Thomas Proudlock, 3-4-0 with a .904 and a 3.95 goals against average. Elmira brought orange jerseys. There's a shot off the goal post behind McBurney, and they score on the rebound as that one is put home by Stavros Soalis. 22 seconds into the hockey game, Elmira strikes first for a 1-0 lead. That shot came through a screen on McBurney, went off the post behind him, and he could not turn around quickly enough. And for Stoelise, that's his fourth of the year. However, by way of explanation, so the red, unfortunately, because that's what Elmira brought. They only brought the orange. So it was incumbent then upon Columbus, who again always wear red on Fridays to salute the military, had to change uniforms because we have more at our disposal. Offside at the line. Anderson with the only assist on the goal. And this offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. If your sides are a little off, visit Old School Barber Shop online, oldschoolbarber.com. So the River Dragons took a team vote as to what jerseys they wanted to wear, and the team voted to come out in the black Hockey Town sweaters, which feature their numbers, but Columbus on the back instead of nameplates. They've been wearing these in practice all year, and now we get some chopping on the near side as Bobby Sokol, new arrival for the Mammoth, getting involved in it right away. And immediately drawing the ire of Justin Schmidt, and that's not the guy you want to draw the ire of. But Sokol and Schmidt already having words. So the team voted to wear the Hockey Town sweaters. They are making their game debut tonight. So if you're here tonight or you're watching tonight, inadvertently, a special moment. River Dragons tried to play the puck out of the zone. 1 minute into this hockey game, it is already 1-0 Elmira. As it's dumped in, Proudlock behind the net to play it away in the backhand. Coughed up to the left point, held in by LaBelle. He'll try to put it on net. Ricochets off a shin down the ice. And now a race for it. McBurney thought about coming out to the play. It leaves it for Crawford. Crawford is shouldered into the boards by Schmidt in behind the play. Tipped along by Krupp. Back out there playing instead of coaching this week. And he will dump that one on in. No icing as Proudlock leaves it at the side of the Mammoth net. Elmira on the regroup. Looking to skate it to center. Ahead comes Carter. He'll move it in on the left side. Try to feed it across. Hit a skate. Turned right back the other way. And now quickly Aldworth attacking on the left wing. Aldworth cuts. Looking for a chance. And a right pad save Proudlock with Wickline going to the net there. Gets back to Carter at center. He'll dump it in wide of McBurney. A bouncer ends up behind the net. And now, Krupp, dangerous pass into space, but he got away with it. Fed ahead, Wickline, left side Aldworth, cuts, stops, waits for help, feeds Krupp off his skate, his shot off the cuff of the mitt on Proudlock. Tied up in behind the net. And now Carter out of the pile with the puck. Just pokes it ahead. Mammoth starting a change here, driving on the right wing side, trying to make something happen. A centering feed from Anderson. That one did not connect with Campbell. Puck kept in, though, left side. Anderson centered and missed all the way around to the right point. Out to center it goes. And now here come the River Dragons. Quick 2-on-1. Storjahan moving in. He's got help. Storjahan tried to feed it across. It was blocked. Puck stays on the far side, chipped off the glass and out. 2.5 into this first period. It's 1-0 Elmira. Storjahan back in, tried to force a shot through, blocked off the skates there of Papandreou. Now to the point, there's a shot, Lynch. Nope, that didn't go anywhere. And just easing it on down the ice, Leorakos will head to the bench for a change. Back of the River Dragons. Trying to move it in, left side. Here's Kelly. Chopped at it, got it on goal. Proudlock the save, moving to his right. Puck ends up drifting out to center on the rebound. Frazier will collect it. He'll just chip it off the dasher. Knows that he's got his teammates going for a change here. Petrantonio has to one-hand it along. King moving it up the wall, got it out of the zone. And in behind the play, injured in a collision there is Crawford as he got wrapped up with Petrantonio, but didn't actually see what happened, but he is not getting up right away, and Isaiah Crawford is moving his arms, but looks like it might be a leg injury, perhaps. It didn't even look at first blush, and again, I just saw it out of the corner of my eyes, but it just looked like the guys got tangled over there. There was no hit, per se, on this one. It's not like he was driven into the boards from behind or anything like that. They just got tangled up, and it looks like, unfortunately, Crawford got the worst of it. Man, that's a tough one. Something inadvertent like that, that's always difficult. 3 minutes, 24 seconds into the first period. Elmira has a 1-0 lead on the early goal. A rebound that came off the goal post and was put in by Stowe Elise for his fourth from Anderson just 22 seconds in. Crawford is up on his skates. Looks like he's going to try to skate it off here. And Crawford is indicating his knee, perhaps saying that he was kneed, or maybe knee-on-knee contact. Either way, he does not go off to the dressing room. He takes a seat on the bench. And we stay 5-on-5. There was no penalty called on the play. For the River Dragons tonight, we'll give you the scratches here in just a moment. As the puck is banked along by Schmidt, turned over at center, however. Looping back with it is Carter. He'll send it left side. That is tipped on down the ice by Wolf. Schmidt back after it on the far wing. Bouncing ahead. Petrantonio picks it up. He'll move up on the left wing, driving the net. On the backhand, cuts in front, save Proudlock, rebound on the backhand, and that one is stopped as well. Petrantonio on the rebound, lets it go to the point. LaBelle. Petrantonio on the right, half wall to LaBelle, fakes a shot, now looking for a tip on the back door. Couldn't quite connect on that backside with Jemaev. Up top, there's a chance. That shot is blocked. We haven't even talked about Alexander Jemaev into the lineup yet. Of course, we did talk with Coach Bouchard about it before the game. We'll get back into that here in a minute. There's a shot by LaBelle that is deflected off a D. Ends up in the right side corner. Here's Wickline. Trying to move that one along. It ends up top. Frazier, Aldworth, right side. He'll leave it up, and Aldworth on the line. Ooh, kept it in off his skate. Wheeling to the slot, cutting to his right, looking for a backdoor feed. Oh, off the skate of Wickline. He couldn't corral for a shot. Wickline feeds it up to the left point. Vanelli over to the right side. Rogers looking, long shot, and that's a glove save. Easy one there for Proudlock on that long-range wrister. Alexander Jemaev is here and in the lineup tonight for the Columbus River Dragons, wearing number 12. And Jemaev was acquired earlier in the season by the River Dragons, but has spent time in the SPHL with Knoxville. And then ended up coming back down here just recently. Skated, practiced with the team this week, inserted into the lineup tonight. And he is out there along with Austin Doe and Josh Petrantonio. And so that kind of moves the lines around a little bit here for this River Dragons team. Right now, there's a chance for Elmira. That one's put up over top of the net. And now it's picked off. Kept in on the right side. There's a shot. That one was blocked as Seaman tried to let it go. Puck ends up in some skates on the near side. Anderson feeding it along, but cut off on the wall there. Wickline ahead. Aldworth on the right side. Tried to cut past the D. Lost it. Vanelli following the play. Couldn't get to it. Wickline has to go back, play some defense. Learakos moving it in, cutting in the high slot, still with it to his left. His wrister makes it in on goal. Sam McBurney rebound is swept wide to the corner. Wickline on the near side. His pass pinballs out off a shin pad. Krupp will send it back inside the zone. River Dragons on the regroup here. And now here's Storjahan trying to step in over the line. He's got some space, lost it on the wall, fighting to get it back. It's put towards the slot. Dangerous place to put the puck. So call on it. Has to send it behind his own net. Backhanded around by O'Connor, not out. The feed to the slot. That one didn't get through. Kelly trying to slap it back down. Storjahan behind the net to King. King in a rolling puck. Leaves it for Storjahan. Storjahan on the near side. Into the slot. Left point. There's a shot. Tipped off the outside of the net. Kelly follows a rebound. King lets it go around to the right side. It goes Storjahan trying to get over there for it. Elmira's going to regroup defensively here. And now try to tap it out through center. They do. River Dragons return it quickly at the line. They'll push back in. Here's a pass to the right side. Kelly corrals, turns his shot off a skate behind the net. Held in left point. Fed to the left side half wall. River Dragons in the cycle right through the skates of Kelly on that pass from Storjahan. And now Elmira a chance to clear. They'll flip it out of the zone. Coming up on 7 minutes gone in this first period. 1-0. Mammoth in the lead. Storjahan will cycle it on back to the defense. Frejot. He'll dump it in. Round it goes. Far side corner. Petrantonio. Left side for Doe. Doe up the left wing wall. Left point LaBelle's shot deflected away. Right side corner Jemayev. Jemayev digging behind the net. 91-point guy in this league last year, Jemayev. Feeds it in front. Doe with a chance. Proudlock to save. And he hangs on. We'll grab a break here in the first period. With 7:23 gone, the Elmira Mammoth have a 1-0 lead over Columbus. This is River Dragons hockey.
Coming to an end, but the to-do list on your property, it never stops. Come see us at SunSouth. We'll help you find the right John Deere equipment to meet your needs. And now's a great time to drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth during our year-end sales event, where you can take advantage of low financing offers and huge savings on quality John Deere equipment, including package deals with tractor, implements, and trailer. So do more and save more during the year-end sales event at SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Inside Edge season ticket memberships are now available for the 22-23 Columbus River Dragons season. The Inside Edge gives you exclusive access to team events with players, promotional giveaways, merchandise discounts, ticket priority for select Civic Center events, and River Dragons playoffs, plus ticket exchange privileges and more. Call 706-507-GOAL, 706-507-4625 to score your Inside Edge membership today.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you. 1-0 Mammoth in the lead over the Columbus River Dragons. Face-off coming up to the left of the Mammoth goal. It'll be Doe Petrantonio out there along with Alexander Jemayev, who will join us in the first period intermission. But right now, we are still in this first period. Tom Callahan with you, broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber press box. Thank you for joining me in the SunSouth John Deere first period. Here come the River Dragons back in on the left side. Doe. And yes, we've got the organ fired up. I love it. It sounded so good. I heard them doing the testing on it earlier, the sound check. Oh, it was so nice. Left side, here's LaBelle, poked away from him all the way back to the River Dragons end. Having to hustle over for it is Schmidt. Schmidt tried to backhand it out of the zone, hit a body, puck pushed back down low, centering feed, chance in front. Krupp knocked his man down, never getting a shot away there with Sokol. And the puck away to center. Back in on the left side, here's Volp in with a long shot, and McBurney will catch that and hold on. 22 seconds in, Elmira struck for that 1-0 lead. A shot right off the face-off, went off the post behind McBurney. And the rebound picked up by Schwoebel for his 4th of the year, but that's really been it. Since then, Columbus has kind of got it going, had a couple of chances in the offensive zone. Face-off to the right of McBurney. Elmira winning it back to the point, a shot, and the stick sawed in half there on Papandrea. By the way, I was corrected on that pronunciation. As it's cleared down by Columbus, no icing. Backhanded up the right side, Wickline able to hold it into the corner group with a centering feed up to the point, shot, and Proudlock a right pad save on Vanelli. Aldworth kept it at the line for a moment, but now it's pushed out by Elmira. And they'll flip it down the ice. Vanelli, left side, Croup tipping it ahead. Aldworth has Wickline with him. Aldworth a shot off the defenseman into the right side corner. Kept alive by Rogers. Aldworth tried to put it back to him, but it was cut off on the way up there. And the Mammoth easing it on down the ice. They're going to head for a change here. 9:05 gone in the first. 1-0. Elmira in the lead. Lead through center, pushed ahead, and now it ends up Kelly cutting in the left side, left it behind Storjahan. That allows Elmira back the other way. Carter leading the charge. Long wrister right into the breadbasket of Bailey McBurney, and he holds on. Now Solis is getting a talking to in front of the River Dragons net. So tonight the River Dragons scratching from the lineup. Number 20, Ryan Gill. 21, Ricard Yelensky's. Number 23, Jake Cox. And number 24, Michael Greco. All out of the lineup here tonight. It looks like right now Underwood may be the extra forward. Storjahan, King, and Kelly remain together, and they will attack now. Left side, Storjahan will try to cycle it low for Kelly. Kelly to King. King had his pocket pick, knocked down in the corner by Carter. Carter far side, flipped it past Storjahan. Ozelinch with a bump on his man, puck to center. King on the regroup, right side, Storjahan flips it over to Kelly. Kelly, long shot, Proudlock a glove save, and he hangs on. 3 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this Sun South John Deere first period. Shots right now 7-7. And if you saw the first 2 games of the year against Elmira, you definitely notice that this is a different hockey team, that's for sure. And right now, Elmira plays, they just seem to play with more confidence. They move the puck with more confidence as that one banked down the boards, and an icing call coming up. Good hustle back by Columbus. 9:54 to go in the first period. 1-0 Mammoth. We will take a break and come right back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
The year may be coming to an end, but the to-do list on your property, it never stops. Come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the right John Deere equipment to meet your needs. And now's a great time to drive off in a new John Deere from Sun South during our year-end sales event, where you can take advantage of low financing offers and huge savings on quality John Deere equipment, including package deals with tractor, implements, and trailer. So do more and save more during the year-end sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, a little Christmas music. As these are the last 2 home games tonight and tomorrow night before we get to the holiday break. Or at least the Christmas break, really, because we're back home on New Year's Eve. Don't have New Year's Eve plans? How about spending it with us? Could be a lot of fun. Face-off coming up to the left of the Elmira Mammoth net. Of course, tomorrow night is a ton of fun. The Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night presented by McDonald's. Looking forward to that one. Draw controlled by Elmira. as they will try to bank this one ahead. Puck hasn't left the zone yet. Now it is knocked out. River Dragons on the regroup. They look to move it ahead, poke free, and now pushing up Petrantonio, left side, leaving it off to Underwood. His pass was back and behind Austin Doe. Doe will feed it up to the point. LaBelle down low, looking for a tip just wide by Underwood. Petrantonio on the rebound, cycling it. Underwood. Doe in that far corner. Underwood tried to feed it up to the point. That was cut off by Elmira on the wall. Now LaBelle back for it. And he'll feed it ahead. Here's Doe up, rolling puck, and it kind of rolled off the end of his stick. Proudlock will just leave it side of the net. Turned over right in front. Doe up top. LaBelle shot. Proudlock. Left hand save as LaBelle came in from the point. And now LaBelle had a stick waved at him by Seaman and turned back after him. The linesman had to intercept him quickly. Well, you do not wave the stick at Josh LaBelle. Face off. Once again will be to the left of the Elmira net, and boy, LaBelle's got plenty to say on his way over to the bench as he and Seaman still jawing about it. And it's cleared around onto the near side and ahead. Elmira controlling that draw and moving it away to center. Mammoth with a chance in front. McBurney had to make a save as he had pressure right in front of the net, hooked away to the near side. Curling back in the left wing with it is Golo. There's a chance and they score. A rolling puck, and Bobby Sokol just let a wrister go that seemed to handcuff Bailey McBurney a little bit. It goes in off his right shoulder, and Sokol has his first pro goal. And it's 2-0 Elmira. Boy, shoot the puck. Good things happen. And Sokol let it go, even though it was rolling on him a little bit. That was a big-time chance there, and in it goes. Gullo, the only assist on the goal. Where the River Dragons find themselves down 2-0. A place they have not been very much this year. Let's see what they could do here. They can figure out something here, but Elmira pushing back instead on the right wing with a shot that's blocked side of the goal. McBurney trying to push it away. Centering feed, blocked by Storjahan. He's knocked down, but got it around to the left side to Kelly. And now Kelly looks to lead it away to center. Turned back in and gloved down there by Frasio. 7:43 and counting to go here in this first period. 2-0. Elmira in the lead. River Dragons having trouble establishing some zone time here as they cough it up on the wall. And now the Mammoth able to move it back out to center, led by Carter. Carter on the left wing. Off-angle chance. McBurney hugged the post. Knocked it away behind the goal. Jamath will wedge one high in the air, looking for Petrantonio. Gloved it to himself at the line. Turns for it on the left side, sending it deep. Now here's Doe. Looking for the chance. Carter able to move it away out to center. Ends up with LaBelle. LaBelle turning it back. It was chipped behind Jamath. And into the Elmira zone it goes. Play back around the wall off the skates of Doe. Cleared out and down Columbus. We'll play it back across. At center, fired in by Schmidt. Proudlock the save. And now turn the other way. Here's a chance up the left wing side. Pushing up is Gullo. Gullo into the corner. Watched by Vanelli. Turned over to Petrantonio after Vanelli delivered the check. But now the puck stripped from Petrantonio. Second effort, he gets it out to center. 6:21 to go in the first period as it's dumped right in on McBurney. He'll steer it aside. 2-0 Mammoth in the lead. River Dragons out shooting Elmira 12-10. Here's a chance. Aldworth pushing in, leaving it side of the net. Into the corner it goes. Wickline. Croup couldn't get anything to go there as it's cleared back out. And now here's Wickline leading the charge for Columbus. Wickline, off-angle chance, bounced in front, cleared away, and now moving it ahead. Leorakos at center, at his pocket, picked by Aldworth, but he turned it right over to the defense of the Mammoth. Sent down into the Columbus end. Vanelli hooked up, has to take it to the corner. Vanelli trying to kick it along. Leorakos joining the pile. Vanelli kicks it up the boards, but cut off. Mammoth with a shot save made McBurney. Rebound over to the near side. Fed to the left point, Campbell. Will send it back down the wall. Leorakos in front, wanted Anderson, knocked away behind the net, cleared around and out. Will that have enough gas for icing? No, it does not. Columbus with a wholesale change. Frazier trying to stand it up at the line. Here's Kelly tying it up, ends up with Storjahan. Storjahan looking ahead, King. Cross ice, and now Columbus will just regroup here. 4:49 to go in the first, 2-0 Mammoth. Here's King on the right side. King moving in, looking behind the net, curls out the far side, still looking, feeds right point. Frazier shot, save Proudlock. Back the other way, here's Carter. All the way into the Columbus zone, feeding it up to the left point. That one is just jammed around the rim, bounces off the back of the net. Far side now, Ozelinch. Reverses around, King. Feeling the pressure. Trying to get it back towards Frazier. Puck out of a pile is poked loose. Storjahan at the end of his shift here. He'll get it to center and dump it in from there. He'll stay up with Kelly. They'll force a face-off as Proudlock hangs on to the puck. 4:03 to go in the first. 2-0 Mammoth in the lead. We are back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
But the to-do list on your property, it never stops. Come see us at SunSouth. We'll help you find the right John Deere equipment to meet your needs. And now's a great time to drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth during our year-end sales event, where you can take advantage of low financing offers and huge savings on quality John Deere equipment, including package deals with tractor, implements, and trailer. So do more and save more during the year-end sales event at SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other. Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber press box. It's the SunSouth John Deere first period. Face-off coming up to the right of the Mammoth goal. 2-0 Elmira in the lead. Don't forget Alexander Jemaeff, the newest River Dragon, joining us at the break. Plus, we're also going to have a new feature we're going to be airing for you. The Saves of the Week coming your way, brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. We'll have that as well. Face-off controlled by Elmira. But Columbus has not had a whole heck of a lot of luck in the face-off circle yet. As it's knocked out to center, but it rolled away from Gulo. And now right back the other way, turning with it at center. Levac moving it to the left side. Gulo will dump it in. And a big hit in the corner as LaBelle goes in to throw the shoulder. And now, here come the River Dragons, led by Doe. Doe curls, looking for Jemaeff. A little too far off the toe of his stick. Elmira turning it the other way, 3-on-3. They'll just dump it deep. Heading for the change is O'Connor. McBurney out to play it. And now Greco is going to go to the penalty, or not Greco, pardon me. LaBelle's going to go to the penalty box for a cross check. on the near side wall. 3:12 left to go in the first period. While we've got a moment, let's take a break along the network. 10 seconds for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKC and HD2 Fort Benning South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
And we are now going to be shorthanded, the River Dragons. First time either team's been shorthanded in the hockey game. And so Columbus cross-checking the call. Penalty coming at 16:48 against LaBelle. Elmira onto the power play here, 18% on the year, 86% on the kill. That number has dropped from 91, but still tops in the league. Almost impossible to expect a team to kill penalties throughout the entire season at a 91% clip. So on to the First Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of life. As the Mammoth go to work. Right side corner. They'll try a jam play here, side of the net. Never made it through traffic. Now a short-handed chance. Storjahan pushing up on the left side, forcing Campbell back. Storjahan toe drag shot. Block, rebound. Proudlock had to make a save, and it's sent back down the ice. This could go for an icing call. Nice job by the River Dragons on the push. Face-off will be to the right. No, the left of the Elmira goal. And Elmira will control as they try to get things going here on this playoff or this power play opportunity. Time ticking down to that. Under a minute to go now in the man advantage. Columbus able to send that puck the length of the ice down to coast. Proudlock will leave it there. Just under 2 minutes to go now in the first period. 2-0, Mammoth in the lead. Mammoth started up ice. That puck will be an icing call, and now we get a little bit shoving it behind the play. Frazio got a little extra there from Wolf, and the linesman again having to get in there. But oddly enough, the second icing call against the Mammoth on this power play. Wickline in for the faceoff, looking to draw it back to Aldworth. But Elmira again winning the draw. They've done well in the circle here in this first period. Mammoth skating it ahead and trying to drive with speed here is Maratea. Put it around behind the net. Frazio tries to continue it down. He does. Gets it out to center. Elmira now back into the zone, feeding it onto the left side. Wolf with a shot. Stick save. McBurney knocked it away to the corner. 5 seconds to go on the man advantage. LaBelle ready to come out of the box, fed to an open wing, and now it could be a 3-on-2. Here's Wickline pushing in the right side, leaving it up for Aldworth. Aldworth curls his shot, and a glove save, Proudlock. 1:06 to go here in the first period. 2-0 Mammoth in the lead. And Columbus with an offensive zone draw. Boy, would they love to be able to do something here. Back to 5-on-5. Jemaev out there along with Petrantonio. Jemaev with the draw from him. Quick shot tipped out of play. Boy, right off the face-off. Jemaev cut behind Petrantonio after that draw win. Doe on the left wing side of this. Columbus and Rogers out on the points. They tie up in the circle over it. And pulled out by Jemaev. Leaves it to the right point. Shot coming in wide of the net. That hit a body on the way through. Rogers pinching down for the left point, keeping it alive. Jemayev backing him up. His wrist shot just missing in the glove side. Held right point by Vanelli. Vanelli quickly sending it down. Petrantonio far corner. 42 seconds to go. Up top, Rogers backing up a shot just off the tip of the mitt there for Proudlock. Vanelli into the corner. Tried to force feeder right back in front off that pass. Bouncing puck. Jemayev after the roller up to the line. He's able to keep it in. Behind the net. Petrantonio looking to kick it free. Doe after it. Turned over side of the net. Austin Doe, wrist shot, save, rebound, score! Josh Petrantonio gets to the rebound off the Doe shot with 20.1 seconds to go. The River Dragons are on the board. It's 2-1. That line looked really good on this shift. That is the zone time that you heard head coach Bouchard talking about, wanting to see this team establish, and they do. I believe we're going to see Doe and perhaps picking up his first point, Jemayev. Elmira pushing back in with time winding down. McBurney is saved. And that'll do it for the period. Doe the only assist on the goal right now, but that is a big goal for the River Dragons to pick up here at the end of the first period. Instead of going in down 2-0 and with not a lot to show for it, that shift at the end of the period really picked up the energy in the building. You heard the crowd explode when they scored, and now everybody is awake again, I think is the best way to put it. Very important final minute of play for the River Dragons. Actually, even back it up a couple minutes before that, they get through the penalty kill, then they end up scoring that goal. Nice job by Columbus on the end of that period. Now, the important part is, can they carry it over into period number 2? We're going to carry it over into the first period intermission report here, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. When we come back, you'll hear from Alexander Jemayev, and we've got our saves of the week coming your way as well, presented by Kinetic Credit Union. Broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber Press Box, this is Tom Callahan. It's 2-1 Mammoth after one period of play. We're back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
And a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Welcome back in the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report. We are joined by the newest Columbus River Dragon, Alexander Jemayev. Alex, thanks for joining us here and welcome in. Tell us a little bit about your journey to get here to Columbus.
It's been good, I started out the year in Knoxville and then did a little stint in Macon there. But the boys got me here and I'm just excited to be here. So
Last season in Watertown, obviously things went extremely well for you, so you're familiar with facing this River Dragons team and building on that success. What do you like about coming to Columbus right now?
It's just a great organization. Happy to be a part of it. And we had a little bit of a success there in Watertown. We had a good group, and it's kind of funny playing Columbus here in the final last year, and then ending up here this year. But I couldn't be happier, and just excited.
Tell the fans a little bit about what they might expect when they see you on the ice.
I just try to do the right things out there. I like to shoot the puck and, make plays. But at the end of the day, it's all about winning for me, and I do what I can.
All right, Alex, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, back with more of the first period intermission in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
And it ends up at the left point. A big drive and a glove. Save McBurney. Down on actually finishing things off. There's a chance. And what a right pad save by Colgan. Coming over to make that stop. Rebounding close. Colgan another save there on the redirect. Freeborn in on the right side. He'll leave it off. Back pass for Freeborn. Rolling puck. He couldn't get it loose. Puck is free. Front left pad save. Colgan. Rebound on the near side. Jay can't get a shot. There's a chance. And Colgan knocking that one away. Graham right on the doorstep. Backdoor again. Bartiani shot. What a save by McBurney. Rebound. He reaches out and grabs it with a glove. Back the other way. Breakaway. Devaney moving in. Save McBurney. Rebound. Are you kidding me? Bailey McBurney with the stick to his right. Robbed him.
Located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com.
HydroLife Therapy at Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. HydroLife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. HydroLife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Heroes of Valhalla is your go-to place for all of your gunsmithing and firearms needs. They also specialize in Cerakote finishing as well as hydro dipping, which offers over 1,000 different pattern options. Check them out online at heroesofvalhalla.us or stop by the shop at 6320 Bradley Park Drive in Columbus. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at heroesofvalhalla.us.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
And we're back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber Press Box, the Chick-fil-A First Period Intermission Report. Hope you enjoyed our saves of the week and our brief chat there with the newest of the Columbus River Dragons. That's Alexander Jemayev joining us there. And you know what, an exciting guy. As I said, last year, 91 points and was a part of that Watertown Wolves team that won a championship, along with his now once again teammate in Lane King. And, you know, it's interesting. It is a little bit, hockey is a small world, and a lot of these guys, you hear them talk about it all the time, but wanting to play in Columbus, wanting to be a part of this organization, a lot of it's word of mouth. And if you get one guy who goes a place and he's treated well and he's happy there, he likes playing in that environment. I mean, there's plenty of fans here tonight. They're, you know, having a good time, and it's a fun place to play. It's a nice building, and there are so many factors that go into if you have a choice, if you're one of the better players at a certain level of hockey, you can kind of choose where you go. And, there are all kinds of decisions that play into it. Sometimes it's family, wanting to be closer, or, it could come down to money or living situation or any of those factors. But knowing that you know someone already in an organization and they like where they are goes a long way. So, and we've got some great dance teams out there on the ice right now doing some awesome stuff. And you know what? It's just so much fun here in Columbus. It is a good time. And right now it's a 2-1 Elmira Mammoth lead after one, but the River Dragons got one back late. Let's take a look inside the numbers from this first period of scoring. The scoring started just 22 seconds into the game off a face-off. Anderson put a shot towards the net and kind of through a screen. It beat Bailey McBurney off the goal post, came back out behind him, and was sitting there in a crease as he spun around trying to find it. Stoelise got to it first, his fourth of the year, and it goes, and so now it's 1-0. Then that was followed at 11:30 by the first pro goal for Bobby Sokol, who had a rolling puck, just decided to put it at the net, and it skipped up and off the right shoulder of goaltender Bailey McBurney and into the net. And, hey, they all count. Gullo, the only assist at 11:30, and it was 2-0 at that point. But then late in the period, LaBelle in the box for cross-checking at 16:48, a good kill for the River Dragons. They got through the kill well. As a matter of fact, they forced a couple of icings out of Elmira. And they even did the River Dragons a good shorthanded scoring chance in there as well. And pushing Elmira back as they had been a little bit more as the period went along. After that penalty was killed off, it was Jemaeff, Doe, and Petrantonio out on the ice. And that is when they really began applying the pressure in the final minute of play. Several times the puck was close to coming out, and plays were made on the blue line by the River Dragons to keep the play alive, cycle it on the wall, and finally off a rebound from an Austin Doe shot, Petrantonio scores his 5th of the year from Doe. And right now that's the only assist. I think they will be adding one to Jemaeff on here at some point. We'll keep an eye on that. But for the time being, that's what we're looking at right now. It is a 2-1 game in favor of the Elmira Mammoth. Shots on goal in that period favored the River Dragons 17-13. And power plays, Elmira had the only one of the period. They were 0 for 1 with a man advantage. Columbus, no time on the power play. But that may change here in the second period. It was also a little feisty out there, going in fits and starts. I thought perhaps we might see it get a little more cranky than it actually did, interestingly enough, but it did not. And so for the River Dragons, again, a good end to the period and something I think that they can carry the momentum from here into the second period. All right, now it's time in our Chick-fil-A first intermission report to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for you. And in the second period, with just under 5 minutes left to go, Watertown now find themselves up 3-1 on Binghamton. It's a 2-1 Carolina Thunderbirds lead up on Motor City after one period of play. 1-1 tie after one between Danbury and Delaware. Delaware looking for just their second win of the year, but pretty good accomplishment to have a 1-1 tie against one of the best teams in the league. And then just underway in the first period, about halfway into it, you've got the Port Huron Prowlers with an early 1-0 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves. Those two teams, by the way, played last night out in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Last week's game between Carolina and Mississippi was an exhibition game. Didn't count the standings, but last night's game did count. And Port Huron 10-5 winners over the Mississippi Seawolves in that one. Taking a look at the National Hockey League, as we will here in just a moment, as the Zelmos Zippin. By the way, this is the Zelmos Zippin out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmos has been fueling life's passions since 1999. And taking a look at what's going on in the NHL. Told you a little bit earlier, it is a light night. Only one game underway right now. The Wild with a 1-0 lead on the Chicago Blackhawks. Zuccarello's 11th of the year. Blues at Flames at 9 o'clock Eastern, 9:30 Eastern. You have the Islanders at the Coyotes. And then college football, 2 games final from earlier today. The hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl, UAB 24-20 winners over Miami of Ohio. So congratulations to Alabama Birmingham. And then number 25, UTSA losing to number 24, Troy in the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl, 18-12. Troy winning that one. That's it for our Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard. And it's a 2-1 Elmira Mammoth lead here after 20 minutes of play, but the River Dragons score late, and hopefully Columbus is going to be able to jump in and maybe press, make something happen here to open period number 2. Really try to take advantage of the momentum they built there at the end of the frame. So fingers crossed, River Dragons fans, fingers crossed. That's it for our Chick-fil-A first period intermission report. When we come back, let's drop the puck on that second period action. 2-1 Mammoth after 1. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
What's up, Columbus, Phoenix City, and all the bi-state area? This is Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm. Once we take on a car wreck case, it's not just about law. It is our duty to provide and to give that client the best possible experience. If you think you need us, call or text us. We got you. Michael G. Costello, 1301 First Avenue, Suite 101, Columbus, 31901, 762-221-5616.
Time for your mind, so it locks and loads.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other, because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com. or call 706-324-6661.
Feel your heart beating right out of your chest.
And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber Press Box. Want to remind everybody, tomorrow night's game is once again against the Elmira Mammoth, but it is Ugly Sweater and Teddy Bear Toss Night presented by McDonald's. So that means you bring a new stuffed toy to toss onto the ice after the River Dragons' first goal to help local children in need right here in the Chattahoochee Valley. And so we look forward to that, as well as Toys for Tots. We're going to have a drive for that tomorrow. You can bring a new unwrapped toy for Toys for Tots. And wear your ugly sweater to the game. The River Dragons are going to be wearing their ugly sweaters. You should wear yours too. Why? We've got a contest going on. We're going to pick some finalists, and those finalists will be down on the ice, and they will be judged by the crowd. You shall be judged. But let's face it, the best ugly sweater, worst ugly sweater? Is it best or worst? I'm not sure. But the best or worst ugly sweater, as judged by the crowd, their favorite. How's that? You're going to win a game-used team-signed stick. Not bad. Just for wearing your ugliest ugly sweater to the game tomorrow night. I'll have mine on. Why not? Let's all do it. And as I mentioned, the River Dragons wearing those ugly sweaters. Those are being auctioned off right now through the Dash platform. And you can find that through ourdragons.com. And that auction goes right up through midnight on Saturday night. So if you want to wait and see who has a good game, maybe you could go after that jersey as well and figure out, or maybe your favorite player is going to be out there anyway and you just want to bid on somebody. But you certainly may do that. And all that is going on tomorrow, December 17th at 7:30 p.m. It is also our last chance, River Dragons fans, to get together before the Christmas holidays, because next weekend this team will be in Port Huron, Michigan, taking on the Prowlers once again. By the way, tonight and tomorrow night, the only appearance of the Elmira Mammoth here in the Columbus Civic Center this season. So if you want to see the orange and purple jerseys of the Elmira Mammoth, this is your chance. Come on down and join us. All right, so we are just about getting ready to have the players get back on the ice here as the intermission clock expires. And move on into our Kinetic Credit Union second period of action. And the River Dragons and Air Force Heating and Air want to express our gratitude to our servicemen and women currently defending our freedom. And, of course, our veterans. We thank you for your service. Well, the boos you heard are for the referees. The cheers you hear are for the Columbus River Dragons getting back on the ice. And both teams taking to the ice here, trying to get themselves warm. Get ready to go. And if you're just joining us, the River Dragons normally, well, always wear red on Friday nights to salute the military. Unable to do so tonight because Elmira only brought their orange jerseys. And so because Elmira had one jersey option, it was then incumbent upon the Columbus River Dragons to have to pick a different jersey. So they took a team vote, and the team is wearing the Hockey Town sweaters, which say Columbus on the back. They don't have a nameplate. They have the team name on the back. They do have their numbers, but generally these are what they wear in practice every day. And Columbus, the Hockey Town to the south here, represented on the front of those in the Hockey Town jerseys. The black and teal look for the River Dragons, that was what the team voted to wear. They wanted to wear the Hockey Towns. So they're out there in those. Not sure what we're waiting on here before we start the period. A couple of the Mammoth are chewing the ears of one of the officials. It looks like we're about ready to go. All right, here we go. Puck drop at center. We're underway. And right away, Elmira trying to push on in. Here's a chance on the left side with a shot, and that one is wide on the glove side of McBurney around to the point, but quickly stolen away. King onto the right side for Kelly. Kelly moving ahead. Spinorama, right side centered. Nobody there to pick up the feed. Now Ozelynch with a shot from the point. Save made, and that one is scooped back in and held by Proudlock. 23 seconds into the second period. Mammoth with a 2-1 lead, but nice to see the River Dragons pushing right away. And now Elmira winning the draw, moving the puck out to center. They'll dump it in. McBurney stays put as it wraps its way around the near side. Out up in the right wing corner. King chasing it on the far side. He'll get it across. Storjahan's got some room. He'll skate it in. Kelly going to the net. Storjahan lost the handle. Picks it back up on the half wall. Cycles it down low. Kelly let it go for King. King rubbed out on the play. Sent back around the near side rim. And that puck will be cleared to center as Schmidt goes and follows through. Cleans out his man. Storjahan at center. Bouncing one back in. Proudlock hanging on to it for a minute there. His defender turned his back on him, thought he was going to cover it. Played ahead to center by Elmira. They'll push in on the right wing side. So Elise in with a toe drag and a wrist shot. It was defended away by LaBelle, hit the side of the net. Petrantonio over after it. LaBelle picks it up. LaBelle jamming it away to center. Here come the River Dragons with speed. On the left side, Doe over to Jemayeff. A backhand into traffic, didn't get through. Fed to the right point, LaBelle holding. Jemayeff on the right half wall. Feeds it down, Petrantonio. Petrantonio to the left point. Here's Schmidt through traffic, and Proudlock the save. Took that one in the chest protector. Never a bad play to put the puck on net. See what you can make happen there. Proudlock was able to absorb that one. 2-1 Mammoth in the lead here. Not quite 2 minutes into the second period. Petrantonio, Doe, Jemayeff stay out there. Puck on the near side, ends up at the left point, and it did not stay in the zone. Doe had to give up the line. That allows Elmira to clear, but they miss a pass. No icing, though. And now quickly turned up, 2-on-2. Petrantonio leading on the right side. Cutting wide, behind the net, wraps it around into the slot pass for Jemayeff, defended away. So-called got a stick on it. And now Petrantonio throws a hit the crowd like that one in behind the play there. And now moving ahead, puck dislodged from Vanelli. Turning right back in, Elmira with a chance. Dumped in front by Gulo. That's swatted away by LaBelle. Puck still not out of the zone, though. Levac could not keep it in at the left point. Now it ends up back with Doe. Feed it over, banked back by LaBelle. Columbus looking to move it up through center here. LaBelle, left side. Puck deflected in. Chop back out to center, Vanelli. Back after it, leaving it there, Rogers. Rogers curling with it. He will bounce one down the ice. Elmira's trying to move it ahead, but they give it up again. At center, forced back into the left wing side by Rogers. He'll stay up top. Wickline up on the forecheck here. Puck fed to the right point. Vanelli holding it in. Too far for Wickline. 3.5 gone in the second period. 2-1 Mammoth. Elmira moving in, right side lead. There's a shot. McBurney the save, and he got jostled. One of the Mammoth players going through the crease. I believe that was Crawford, and now Wolf is going to draw some attention. And the pushing and shoving continues with Wolf steered away by a linesman. Now Kroup's going to talk to him about it. And now Kroup jawing at center. That is Elise talking to him. Kroup is steered to the bench by a linesman. And it's getting a little feisty out there. Two-1 Mammoth in the lead. 3:35 into the second period. The River Dragons have been carrying the bulk of the play here to start the period. Only one shot for the Mammoth. And already 3 or 4 chances, scoring chances for the River Dragons. Draw to the right of McBurney. And Columbus try to move this one up the right side. Kelly looking to force feed it through. And Storjahan hooked his man off the puck. That allows King to step up with it. King right side, a shot deflected behind the net. Left side half wall, sent back deep. King up the wall himself, looking for help from Kelly. Left point, Ozelinch over to the right side. Frazier, his wrister, tipped on goal, goes way up in the air and ends up behind the net. Storjahan trying to dance free with it, pokes it around, past King now. Now deflected right backside of the net, centering feed for Kelly. That one's deflected away. Elmira pushing back now. Feeding it behind the net. It only comes around to Kelly. Kelly up with the puck. His feed cross ice, bounces down, and now Columbus trying to work on a change here. Kelly picked off a pass to center, couldn't hang on to it, dumped back in. Ozelinch fighting at the line for it. Elmira moves in, they're onside with a shot. That wristed wide, so Elise tried to go to the blocker. Couldn't find any daylight. Now Columbus moving it out of the zone. Goes back into the Elmira end. A little helter-skelter right now for both of these teams. Puck turned over at center, flipped the Pioneer. Bouncer comes down at the line. And right now, Columbus in offside as Elmira brings it ahead. Left wing, cutting with speed, Gulo. Into the corner, LaBelle took it away from him. Now Jemayev turning it out. Penalty coming up against Elmira here. And now here goes Schmidt into the pile after whichever Mammoth player did that. Petrantonio was absolutely dropped in behind the play. Schmidt took exception to it. My guess is that's going to take away the power play. Boy, whatever happened back there to Petrantonio, who, by the way, is up and okay. Boy, Schmidt is fired up. He is absolutely fired up. And that was Bobby Sokol, who scored a goal earlier in this one. Was going into the box to begin with. We're going to go to the break and let him sort it all out. 5:18 gone to the second. 2-1 Mammoth in the lead. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
And we're back here at the Columbus Civic Center. So thanks to the magic of replay, we actually do have a look at the hit. And on the hit here, you can see it was actually a slew foot from Sokol, and that was why Schmidt was so incensed. Immediately jumped in there. Now the question, of course, is there was a penalty being called on that one. Elmira is, clapping their sticks on the boards right now. I don't know if there's going to be more handed out here on one side than the other. Right now, we have 2 minutes up on the board against Sokol. And I imagine this is the initial penalty call, all this coming at 5:18 of the second period. If it stays this way, River Dragons end up with a power play, but Schmidt probably going to pick something up out of this dust up, and you saw Schmidt respond very aggressively. And there's still a pretty big conference going on just in front of the referee's crease. Jay Krupp, I think the River Dragons wanted more. And maybe at real-time speed, it looks different. Jay Krupp is going into the box to serve. A 5-minute major against Schmidt. The 2 minutes has come off the board against Sokol. So this is going to be a 5-minute major power play for the Mammoth. Sokol is still in the box, but... And now the River Dragons are being beckoned back over to their bench here, and we've actually got something going on. Well, we've got some workers from the Civic Center coming out here. We might have a loose pane of glass. Or so the linesman is standing over by a pane of glass right next to the River Dragons bench, so I'm wondering if something might have popped out. So we're going to try to fix that real quick. But so to me, what it looks like is that perhaps. So Schmidt probably got 5 minutes, I'm going to say, for fighting. And maybe 2 minutes for instigating. Sokol probably only picked up a 2-minute minor there then. But I think the slew foot is reviewable and suspendable. So, Bobby Sokol might be playing for the rest of this one, but probably not. And Sokol, I mean, that was a dirty hit on Petrantonio. Let's call a spade here. Dirty hit. And then would not answer the bell with Schmidt, which infuriated Schmidt. And I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all. If you're going to throw a dirty hit, you better be ready to answer. He was not. He did not. It's a good thing Scott Brand is not up here right now, because Scott would have flown out of the press box by now. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that the way this is working out is absolute garbage for the River Dragons. But it is what it is. And again, I believe we're probably talking about a 2 and a 5 here for Schmidt, is my guess. Again, nothing has been announced yet. So let's see what we can pick up. But a 5-minute major for Elmira. So Schmidt got two for instigating, 5 for fighting, and a 10-minute misconduct. And Sokol just got 2 for interference. I realize we have the benefit of replay and the referees do not. But if they saw that hit and were calling a penalty on it anyway, the fact that that hit only drew 2 minutes, it's pretty surprising to me. 5-minute major power play for the Elmira Mammoth because of that fighting major against Schmidt. Because Sokol again turtled and would not answer the bell. And the puck cleared down by the River Dragons. Just a dirty hit. Dirty, dirty hit. And the River Dragons are punished for it. Elmira back in. They'll try to set it up here. There's a wraparound attempt. Oh, off the side of the net as it rolled on Anderson, but he got his own rebound and scored. McBurney got turned around. Couldn't find the puck. Anderson scores on the major power play. Boy, shades of Port Huron the other night. The River Dragons give one up, just 1:03 into the major. And so Elmira will remain on the power play with a major on the board. It's as many goals as you can score. The penalty does not expire. The goal at 6:21 for Anderson, who got his own rebound. That's his second of the year. So at least the only assist on the goal. The penalty kill brought to you by First Franklin Financial, personal loans at the speed of life. Puck cleared down by the River Dragons. Turning with it is O'Connor. He'll move it back across. And now Elmira trying to move it ahead. That one is knocked away at the line. Elmira dumping it in. It kicks off a stanchion up the slot, but that is an icing call. So the face-off will come all the way back down to the Mammoth zone. 3:08 to go in the major power play. 3 Mammoth in the lead. Elmira having trouble leaving its own zone. Kelly with a shorthanded chance. And that one is knocked away off the left mitt of Proudlock. The Mammoth now have to move it ahead. Up the left wing side. Cut off by Frazier at the line, and he'll feed Kelly up one-on-one. Kelly in through the skates. Forehand shot. Proudlock the save. And he paddles the rebound away. Storjahan in with a hit. Dislodging the puck. It's free at the side of the net. Kelly pushing and looking for a shorthanded opportunity. Feeds the left point. LaBelle fakes. Feeds down low. Storjahan into the slot. Kelly a shot. Proudlock a right pad save. Boy, this duo is absolutely dynamic out there. Pushing and pushing. Getting some great scoring opportunities in the shorthanded chances. Puck dumped in. Elmira after it. Sent in front of the net. And McBurney leaves it alone as it comes over to LaBelle. He'll fling it on down the ice. 1:52 to go in the major against Schmidt for fighting. 3-1 Mammoth in the lead. They've gotten a power play goal here on this major. Try to dump it in. LaBelle takes a swat at it. Puck stays in the right side corner. So Elise. And sends it around to the left point. Held in there by Campbell. Campbell driving back down the wall. Feeding it around onto the right side. Leorakos into the corner. That one is picked off and cleared down. Proudfoot must come out and leave it behind the net. He's watched Petrantonio behind the net, forcing him to move it along. Petrantonio wrapped all over Campbell back there. And Anderson had to come back to help out. He spins back behind his own net. 1:10 to go in the major. 10:49 left on that second period clock and counting. 3-1 Mammoth. Elmira moving it in. Leorakos, right side, Solis. Leorakos, right point to the right half wall, to the dot. Fed to the point off a skate. Now a chance to clear, and that is backhanded down the ice. As Underwood clearing it down. Jamaev forcing it around to the far side. Underwood closing on his man, chops at the puck, keeping it in the zone momentarily. Leorakos had to just jam it in. Elmira changing it up with 30 seconds of the man advantage, and now if they hurry, Columbus could get another scoring chance. Jamaev up the left side, cutting into the slot, tried to leave it off for Vanelli, and he couldn't quite corral it. Elmira back, and they cough it up right out of the zone. That was just an errant pass. And now, good check at the line right there. That one knocked down Carter. And there's 5 seconds to go in the major. Group set to come onto the box as he finishes serving for Schmidt. Now we are back to 5-on-5. There's a backdoor chance that does not materialize. As that puck ends up on the near corner. Now Carter for Elmira, sending it behind the net. Wraparound attempt. That one fanned on there as Gulo just couldn't hang on to it. Now Jamaev away to center. Jamaev up with Krupp. In over the line, left side, Jamaev on the wall. Try to put it off the left side of the cage. It wraps around. Here's Frazier down low. Centering feed for Jamaev, bounced away. He'll corral, leave left point, LaBelle. Swings it around the wall. Onto the right side, Frazier down low with it again. Behind the net, looking for Krupp. Krupp bounces, left point, LaBelle. LaBelle again around the rim. This time, Wickline. He'll chase the roller to the far corner. Wickline on the wall. Aldworth trying to cut in front with a loose puck to the backhand, and a save by Proudlock. Fed to the point. LaBelle's got a lane. Lets it go. Save Proudlock. Rebound. Score! Thomas Aldworth on the rebound. Puts it away after the big major kill from the River Dragons. They get on the board, and they're now just down by a goal. It's 3-2. Another good shift with possession and zone time for Columbus. Frazier activating a couple of different times there. Filtering pucks to the front of the net. Finally, it's Aldworth that scores. 11:19, time of the goal. River Dragons right back within one. Aldworth has his 6th of the season. Here's a chance, and a left pad save. McBurney on the break there for Crawford. Going to have to check the assists on that. As it goes up the right side, pushing ahead is Kelly. Kelly knocks his man off the puck, looking up top, cross-ice feed. Crawford just has to dump it to an open wing. That one is banked in and right back out by the River Dragons. Now up the left side, here's King pushing in, walks the D in front, to the forehand, Proudlock saves, Storjahan, turnaround chance, missed the near post. Dumped up in the air, hit by a high stick by Storjahan. And I don't know why Storjahan didn't play it. He was the one who hit it. He could have probably continued play there, but either way, we're going to whistle. 7:41 to go in the second period. 3-2 Mammoth in the lead, but the River Dragons back, awake, alive, and the crowd's in it too. We're back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
And a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And we're back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you in the Kinetic Credit Union second period, broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber press box. 7:41 to go in the second. Mammoth 3, River Dragons 2. It is dumped in after a draw win just outside the line by the River Dragons as they try to push here, maybe find an equalizer with time winding down in the second period. That one is dumped in, around it goes, onto the right wing side. And a shot that hits Ozelinch. Petrantonio able to push it ahead. He's got Doe with him. Petrantonio up the right side, leaving in the high slot, but he put it well behind Underwood. And comes out of the zone. Frazier is pressured on the wall. Gave it up, so Elise pushing in. His feed to the left side. Anderson has to chase it deep. That one sent around the rim to the right point. Not out of the zone. Held in. Maratea, long shot. Deflected wide by Frazier. Petrantonio starts the rush. His lead on the left wing a little too far for Wickline as it's jammed back in. Both teams trying to change. We get a whistle here. And I believe Elmira is perhaps, were they in offside? Indeed they were. This offside is brought to you by Old School Barber. Shop online at oldschoolbarbershoppe.com. Book online anytime. You can also book online 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. And now the River Dragons trying to forecheck here aggressively. Krupp on the left half wall, had it knocked away. Puck rolls out to center. LaBelle on it, and he's going to push it back in. LaBelle up the right side with it, feeding it to the left point. And Albrecht walking to the slot with traffic and a shot. Wow, what a save by Proudlock with a glove there. Face-off will be to his right. And Aldworth, a little bit of a risky play there, but he walked the forechecker out at the point. Faceoff is pushed in behind the net. King arriving with a thump on the glass. Clearing attempt is high over everyone's head. Down the ice, chased by Vanelli. Vanelli behind the net. Try to bank it off the left wing side. And now here's Storjahan moving it ahead onto the right wing. Kelly, a shot, put it over top of the net. Now King tried to center. That hit a leg. Vanelli trying to help out keep it in. It's pushed away to center. Now lead pass back. Kelly on the left side. Spins off, looking for help. Storjahan going to the net. Gets it to him down low. Storjahan carries behind the net. Wraparound attempt. Proud block save. Rebound. King try to put it through traffic. Diving block there by Sokol. Puck kept in at the line. Storjahan, but now it's chopped off. It's sticking away to center. Elmira desperate for a change here. Vanelli regrouping. Feeding it back on the left side. Rogers has to loop back after the puck. 5:13 to go in the second. 3-2 Mammoth. Columbus looking to change it up. Rogers with the lead pass to the line. Kelly into the right side is Petrantonio with him. Kelly dangling in behind the net. Still with it. Try to feed it in front. Hit the back of the net. Ozelinch moved all the way down low with some fresh legs trying to help out. Elmira trying to break the other way. Kelly finally able to get off the ice. Long shift for that line. They've been out there forever. It'll be scooped aside by Bailey McBurney. Bouncing puck. Finds Petrantonio in his skates. He is put into the glass heavily there by Carter. And now a big hit by Ozelinch as he goes and cleans out Carter, but Ozo's going to go to the box. Now we got action back in the other end as King went in and he cleaned out Campbell. And King and Campbell shoving each other on the near side. They come back together and exchange words. But King better be careful that he doesn't end up in the box too. We'll tell you about it when we come back. 4:32 to go in the second. 3-2 Mammoth. We'll be back with more River Dragons hockey.
Way at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Well, so we have Ozelinch in the box with 2 minutes up next to his name. But now we have Campbell on the board, 2 minutes next to his name. And while we have a moment here, and they're figuring this all out still, why don't we take a break, 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
We're listening to River Dragons hockey on WKC at HD2 Forbidden South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
So all these penalties will be coming, or at least both of these penalties. 15-28. So Ozelinch in there for 2, and then Campbell from Elmira in there for 2. So 4-on-4 for this 2-minute stretch coming up. Roughing for Campbell. And Ozelinch got cross-checking. So 4-on-4, room to move. Here's LaBelle, left point for Columbus. Tried to feed it over. That went into the skates of Frazier, actually knocked him down. Might have stepped on the puck. Lirakos able to just wedge that one down the ice. LaBelle will loop back. Columbus is treating this like a power play, and Elmira looks like they're killing a penalty. It's so strange, but they're even strength. The dump in goes through the skates of the goaltender Proudlock as he tried to play it. Elmira is going to try to skate this one up. The right wing side, Carter pushing it on into the corner. McBurney out to play it back up that near side wall. After it is Alexander Jemayev, his first appearance tonight for the River Dragons. Number 12, tried to split the D, got sandwiched off the puck. Elmira the other way with it. Here they come to the right side. Gullo sent in behind the net. Back out to the near corner is LaBelle. LaBelle moving it ahead, and now here come the River Dragons. On the rush left side, Underwood leaving it off in space. Jemayev, wrist shot, and that one was going wide, but right pad save anyway. Now Jemayev in front. Vanelli, a shot off the shaft of the stick on Proudlock. Look what I found. Underwood over into the right side corner after it. Puck to the right point. Rogers feeding it back over. Underwood pressured, coughed it up. Back up the left side. Solis pushing. And now he's all by himself. Just had to send it on in. 4-on-4 coming to an end. Campbell and Ozelinch out of the box. Storjahan pushing it ahead. Left side tries to drag around the D. Kelly pushing after it. Now it's fed to the left wingers. Vanelli. Storjahan. Vanelli left point. Quickly to the right side. Rogers has to chase. Can't keep the puck in at the line. Puck banked back the other way. Elmira ends up with it. The backhanded in. Vanelli on it. Storjahan. Up through center. Kelly backhands it along. Turned back off the boards by Elmira to center. River Dragons trying to reset here on the right side. That pass missed. Storjahan, that'll be icing against Columbus with $1:51 to go in the second period. 3-2 Mammoth in the lead here in this Kinetic Credit Union second period. Shots 31-15 in favor of the River Dragons. Face off to the right of McBurney. One into the corner, and it'll be sent around to the near side. Here's Kelly trying to move it on the boards. Can't get it out. Wolf at the right point. Long shot in. McBurney, a glove save. And he will hang on. Good to see McBurney with the confident swat with the mitt right there. Always like to see that. 5-on-5 action here. We haven't seen a ton of that here in the second period, but some. Draws one back into that corner. Wolf chasing it down. LaBelle puts a shoulder into him, separates the man from the puck. Wolf tries to go crashing back after it, takes it away there. Puck at the left point, long shot in, stick to side by McBurney. Play to the near side, LaBelle. On to the far side, looking for it. Wickline getting it ahead, but it's chopped away. Now ends up with Wolf again. He steps in right side, feeding it on for Carter. Pinned up by LaBelle on the near wall. LaBelle trying to kick it free. Round. Carter, puck to the right point, and it's knocked away to center. Now here they come 2-on-1. River Dragons in. Allworth in. Backdoor feed. Puck ends up behind the net on the deflection. Might have hit the defenseman. Wolf away to center, feeding right side. Carter lost an edge, or pardon me, Campbell, and he'll just send it in. And now here's Jay Krupp looping out from behind the net. Krupp with some speed. Puck knocked away, but he got it right back. Left side, Krupp. 34 seconds ago on the period, feeding it deep. Quick line around after it. Anderson on the far side takes a bump from Aldworth. Ozelinch on the regroup here quickly. Rogers tried to force it through. Instead, Solis picked it off. And his shot hooked wide to the net. Ends up near side of backhand. And there's a nice save of the left post by Bailey McBurney on a chance from LeBach. Petrantonio will chop it deep. 9 seconds to go. He'll head in after it. Try to make something happen here. Puck pinned on the boards. Can they move it free in time? 3 seconds, 2. Jamea hauled down. Puck to the point. Rogers blasts it wide at the horn. And so the back and forth action continues here through the second period of play. The seesaw continues with a 3-2 count now in favor of the Elmira Mammoth. But right now the River Dragons, it's been an interesting game. They go in fits and starts, but just can't seem to find the consistency that I'm sure they're looking for. And again, for the Mammoth right now, they capitalize on a major power play at the end of, or at the beginning, I should say, of period number 2. And then just kind of almost a series of bizarre incidents, the way the period broke down. And at the end of the day, Aldworth ends up scoring his 6th of the year to get the River Dragons back within 1, but a period that just really, it had its good points and its bad points for Columbus, but now, again, it's the consistency of effort. Can they focus? Can they put together a solid 20 minutes of play here? At times, they've dominated Elmira. At other times, they have not competed well. So now it's stitching it all together, shift by shift, keeping that effort high. They've done a nice job trying to apply the game plan that Coach Bouchard wanted to establish with the streaming, or with the cycle game on the wall. They've really gotten into that, but now they need to keep it going. They are down by a 3-2 count after 2 periods of play, and we will step on into our second intermission report, brought to you by Shredaway. That's coming up on the other side of the break. 40 minutes in, Elmira with a 3-2 lead. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
A division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Join us Saturday, December 17th for Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night presented by McDonald's. For just $49 plus tax, you can get a McDonald's Family 4-pack deal with 4 hats, 4 McDonald's meals, and 4 tickets to the game. It's only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625. That's 507-4625. It's Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night, presented by McDonald's. Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Welcome back here in the Shredaway second intermission report. Tom Callahan here with you. Chuck-a-Puck's raining down here at the Columbus Civic Center, as they always do in the second period intermission. Hey, if you're coming down to join us tomorrow night, it's Ugly Sweater and, of course, Teddy Bear Toss Night presented by McDonald's. Family 4-packs still available, although not too many of them left, but 4 tickets to the game, 4 McDonald's meal vouchers, and 4 hats, just $49 plus tax, only available through the River Dragons office. So come on down. Join us tomorrow night when Elmira right back in town here against Columbus, 7:30 start. And we'll send the Bears flying to help out kids and the less fortunate here in the Chattahoochee Valley. Also, Toys for Tots drive tomorrow night, and you can wear your ugly sweater. I'll have mine on. So Join me. Why not? Let's have some fun with it. Here, it's been, at times, a fun game, at times a frustrating game, depending on which side you're rooting for, but it's 3-2 Elmira after 40 minutes of play. And the 5-minute major power play that went against the River Dragons in that second period was a tough one, as Sokol got called for an interference call after he put a slew foot hit on Petrantonio. Petrantonio went down. Justin Schmidt jumped in to try to administer some frontier justice, ended up picking up 2 for instigating, 5 for fighting, and a 10-minute misconduct. Sokol only got 2 minutes. So what happens is the twos cancel each other out, and Elmira was left with a 5-minute power play. They did manage to score once on that 5-minute major. Then Columbus was able to push back and, in fact, had several dangerous chances shorthanded. Now, Elmira only had 5 shots in that period altogether by the end of the 20 minutes, but the River Dragons didn't find a goal once again until later in the frame. And so that maybe is a little bit frustrating right now for Columbus. They have not exactly been able to find the answer to spending that good zone time, but not yet generating all the chances that they want to generate off that. Now, hopefully, as they continue to work that cycle game, maybe spend a little bit more time in the zone and generate more chances off the cycle, they'll be able to get more pucks to the front of the net. Although 31 shots through 2 periods, not a bad total by any means. They are certainly getting pucks through. But now it's a matter of generating even more of those high-danger scoring chances. And you know what? It seems like also Alexander Jemayev is kind of getting his legs under him as well, which is nice to see because he's an incredibly dangerous offensive player. Of course, the Storjahan line is flying around out there. Almost like they're squeezing the stick a little bit, though. They're trying very hard to be a factor and a force in this game. They are. But, again, I think you get players with that kind of individual talent, sometimes they just want to take things over. And unfortunately for the River Dragons, you don't want them to go too far with that. It is a team game, and you want to be able to see them use the 5-man unit or at least the 3 guys up front working on that cycle game as well. But I think patience, more than anything, is the key for the River Dragons and, of course, River Dragons fans at this point, as Elmira's got a 3-2 lead after 2 periods of play. We're going to take a break right now in the Shred Away second intermission report, and when we come back, we've got the Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard coming up for you, plus a deeper dig inside the numbers from this one. So stay tuned. 40 minutes in the books here at the Columbus Civic Center. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson. The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you. Thank you for joining us as we are in the Shredaway second intermission report. It's 3-2 Mammoth over the River Dragons right now. And taking a look inside the numbers from that period. And the scoring here, 6:21, as I mentioned, on the major power play. Anderson, his second of the year from Soalace. That made it a 3-1 game at that point. And that was a bit of a turning point, I'll say, from a certain standpoint, because if you're looking at it here now, you're the Elmira Mammoth. You get one. But for the rest of that major power play, frustrated. And they were unable to really get anything going. Then the River Dragons push back. And at 11-19, Aldworth ends up with his sixth of the year. That one was also another big moment in that second period, because with Aldworth scoring that goal, now Columbus has some momentum back. And that's exactly what happened at the end of the first. Petrantonio scored, but just 21 seconds ago, 19:39 was the time of the goal. They get the momentum back, but the problem is then you run into that wall of the intermission. That didn't happen with the goal at 11-19. Columbus had time to build, and they did. They built some momentum. They were able to do some things out there on the ice, but they didn't find the net again. And that is really, I think, what's going to be the difference here for the River Dragons, if they can find a way to put one more in. Next goal in this game is absolutely massive. 4-2 and 3-3, completely different hockey games. And again, look, if you're a River Dragons fan, you know this team is offensively capable. You know they can come charging back. You know they're going to be able to make things happen. However, you don't want to chase the game the entire third period, because it makes you stretch, it makes you open up, it makes you do things you don't want to do. So to that extent, you really want the River Dragons to come out, not only come out hard, come out feisty, but disciplined. Let me underscore that one. That's going to be very important, to not end up in the box. And to also maintain that focus on the game plan itself, not to worry about what the Mammoth are doing. The Mammoth are running around a bit out there, and they're trying to frustrate the River Dragons, and at times it's working. Columbus cannot get sucked into that game plan. They just can't. They have to stay away from it. They have to play within themselves. Shots in the period, 14-5 in favor of the River Dragons. Two-period totals, 31 for Columbus, 18 for the Mammoth. Power plays, 1 for 2 for the Mammoth in that period, 1 for 3 in the hockey game. And the River Dragons still have yet to see a power play chance in the hockey game. Hopefully, we'll see that pendulum swing back the other way in the third period. All right, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, shall we? And right now, Watertown still with that 3-1 lead. They are now into the third period against the Binghamton Black Bears. And the Carolina Thunderbirds have pulled ahead 2-1 over the Motor City Rockers. That game just starting the third period. Delaware and Danbury remain tied at 1 towards the end of the second period in that one. 1-0 Port Huron has the lead midway through the second over the Mississippi Seawolves. In the National Hockey League, the Wild are now in front 2-0 on the Chicago Blackhawks. Zuccarello has been joined by Kirill, the dollar bill Kirill Kaprizov with his 18th of the year. And 2-0 Wild there. 1-0 Blues, Barbashev's fifth, and they lead the Flames. That one about 7 minutes into the first period. Coming up here at the bottom of the hour, about 12 minutes from now, Islanders are at the Coyotes. And as we wrap up our Zelmo Zip and out-of-town scoreboard, the college football bowl season has begun. The Duluth Trading Cure Bowl. Number 24 Troy beats number 25 UTSA 18-12. And in the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl, congratulations to UAB, 24-20 winners over Miami of Ohio. Nice to see. Nice to see. Congratulations to Alabama, Birmingham. Tomorrow there's more bowl games coming up. We've got a game coming up. It's Teddy Bear Toss Night, and we would love to have you come out, bring a plush stuffed animal, wear your ugly sweater because it's Ugly Sweater Night too, all presented by McDonald's. After the River Dragons' first goal, you can throw that bear or animal on the ice, and it goes to benefit kids in need right here in the Chattahoochee Valley. You can also bring new unwrapped toys to the game for Toys for Tots as well. Plus, if you wear your ugly sweater to the game, you have a chance to be picked as a finalist to win a competition down on the ice, judged by, well, pretty much everybody. Feel free to boo and cheer for your favorite ugly sweater because the winner gets a team-used game sign stick. Pretty cool prize. Oh, we're wearing the ugly sweaters as well, too, tomorrow. Those are being auctioned off online right now. That online auction goes through Saturday night's game, ends at midnight on Saturday. So if you want to wait, maybe see who has a good game or pick a favorite or maybe figure out which player you want to root for, well, they'll have time. Tomorrow night at midnight is when the auction ends. All right, it's 3-2 Mammoth after 2 periods of play. That's it for the Shredaway second intermission report. When we come back, third period action on the other side of the break. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Let Schwoebel, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Schwoebel, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Schwoebel, 706-577-9668.
Join us Saturday, December 17th for Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night presented by McDonald's. For just $49 plus tax, you can get a McDonald's Family 4-pack deal with 4 hats, 4 McDonald's meals, and 4 tickets to the game. It's only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625. That's 507-4625. It's Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night presented by McDonald's.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside, technology with a human touch.
And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you as we are awaiting the start of third period action between the Elmira Mammoth and the Columbus River Dragons. The same two teams back at it again tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. So come on back and join us. Want to say hello to folks listening in or watching, no matter where you are. You might be checking us out on our River Dragons radio network, including our flagship station, 106.9 Really Rocks, Columbus's Real Rock Station, or our affiliates, WZEV, 90.5 FM Classic Hits of Lineville, WBRQ, 91.9 FM Blues Time in the City, LaGrange, and WQEE, 99.1 FM, home of Southern Sports and Talk in Noonan. Also, you might be watching on the YouTube. Tonight, I believe we're on Beam. Tomorrow night, we're on Channel 16, WYBU, for Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night. And I want to say hi to Alan Green, who dropped me a line from Elmira and said hi. Just sent Alan a note back as well. And you know what? I figured we might get a few Stray Jackals fans wondering if that was indeed Tom Callahan. Well, yes, that was me. I was the voice of the Elmira Jackals from 2000 to 2003, way back in the United Hockey League days. So welcome to anyone from Elmira who might be listening in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So it's 3-2 Mammoth. They're the Elmira Mammoth now, as they're taking on the Columbus River Dragons. 40 minutes in the books here as we're getting ready to start our third period, which is presented to you by IGH Properties. And I am broadcasting, as always, from the Harvey Lumber Press Box. And the coaching staffs for each team getting back on the ice. Zamboni is finishing its final lap. And the teams will be stepping back out on the sheet here in just a moment. That gives me time to tell you that Air Force Heating and Air reminds you to help keep your house comfortable. Well, consider a preventative maintenance plan by Air Force Heating and Air. They have a plan that's right for your home and your budget. Spend a little now or a lot later is kind of what it comes down to. All right, so as the Zamboni is set to head off here, we should be just about getting around to getting things going. The Mammoth in the tunnel waiting. The River Dragons about ready to step out on the ice, led by goaltender Bailey McBurney. He stopped 15 of 18 that he's seen from the Mammoth here tonight. River Dragons have gotten 2 past Thomas Proudlock. He has made 29 saves on the night. I'm just waiting for him to get the Zamboni door shut. It's taking a little longer than usual here. That's all right. The officials about to head out, so you'll hear the boos, I'm sure, once the referees step out there on the ice. We still got a little bit of a delay. There we go. Now we're going to get the Zamboni doors closed. They sent a worker out there. A little extra excess water near the River Dragons goal crease. Looks like that's what they're squeegeeing away here. And so both teams now back out on the sheet, getting ready to go for period number 3 as McBurney roughs up the crease down to the left of our Harvey Lumber broadcast booth. Proudlock back into the right. And boy, Columbus would love to be able to come out and make a dent here early on. As I said in the intermission, 4-2 and 3-3 are huge differences in the direction this hockey game is going to go. If it's 4-2 Mammoth, well, now the River Dragons have to push, they have to chase, they have to open it up a little bit, which is not the game they want to play. But if the River Dragons are able to control, cycle, spend the time in the zone, generate some chances, and tie it up, that's what Columbus would like to do. That's exactly what they need to do here. And it's gone in fits and starts for both teams. Elmira's had some good chances offensively and some good zone time, and then you've had the River Dragons with some good chances offensively and some good zone time. But right now, the most important thing is, and I'll say this for Columbus also, I'd like to see them improve in the face-off circle here in this third period. They do start by winning a draw. Sturgeon winning it back, we're underway. River Dragons will push in. Campbell will deflect the pass away in front of his own net and just lob it down the ice. Frazier chasing, no icing. Sturgeon on the left side. That one out to center is turned back and out the line. Here's King leaving it into space on the right side. Sturgeon flips it behind the net. King tried to tip it in front, looking for Kelly. Kelly's got to chase it left side corner. Elmira on it. He'll move it away to center. Leorakos wedges it to himself into the right side corner. McBurney out after the bouncer. River Dragons quickly on the regroup. Off the right side here. They push ahead. Sturgeon with speed. Knocked off a stick to the left wing. He'll send it deep. King down there. Centering feed. That was blocked. Boy, it's a good thing, too, because Austin Doe was all alone in the slot if it got through to him. Dumped up in the air down the ice. Handling off a stick. Benelli. Moving it ahead. Petrantonio, Doe, Jamaev in. There's a pass too far for Jamaev. He sends it right up the slot, pushed back away into the corner. River Dragons on the regroup here. They look to bring it back in. There's Doe on the right side, pushing into the backhand, knocked away into the corner. Checked off a stick there by one of the Mammoth. Oh, now we got some shoving back in behind the play. Petrantonio's getting it from a couple of different guys. Both Gullo and Levac getting after him. Jamaev tried to hook the puck in front. It ends up on the near side with Petrantonio. He'll feed it down low. Krupp is out on the change. Getting it around Jamaev up to the left point. Rogers looking, stops, spins away from his man, leaving it into space. A wrist shot that's blocked off a shin pad there. Aldworth couldn't get it through traffic. Turning to his right, Rogers will fire it in. Wide of Proudlock. Onto the left side. It goes all the way up to the point, now to center. Now the regroup is on once again. Elmira finishing a change behind the play as Rogers going to the left wing side. Here's Krupp pushing it in. Couldn't handle the pass. Hopped off his stick. Aldworth on it. He lost it at center. And now pushing up is Wolf. Wolf into the right wing. Backhand behind the net. Tried to center. Blocked by McBurney. 2.5 gone here in this third period. 3-2 Elmira. Wickline on the near side. In trouble in front of his own net. Finally pushed away. Aldworth attacking all by himself. Aldworth tried to split the D. Puck is knocked away to the corner. Aldworth on the left side. Half wall feeds the left point over to the right side. Frazier. Well, that was a hot potato over there. He at least keeps the play alive. Now it's sent to an open wing. LaBelle has to chase to center. LaBelle will step to the stripe. He'll pound one in. Proudlock gloves it down. He'll leave it aside for O'Connor. O'Connor out the right side of the net. Long lead through center. That one deflected down. No icing. McBurney has to play it. Up the far side boards. Chipped ahead into space. Bouncing puck. Unable to move it ahead there with Sturgeon, but now it's picked up. And here come the River Dragons driving in the right side. King with Kelly. Sends it back door. Sturgeon was tied up. Couldn't get his stick away. And fans wanted a penalty perhaps there, but none coming. Back come the Mammoth with the centering feed. That goes all the way up to the left point off the dasher. Anderson steps down to hold it in. Far corner. Sturgeon after it. Left half wall, he'll send it back down. Now Vanelli on the right side with it. Lead to center. Sturgeon in over the line. Try to flip it across in space for Kelly. Off the dasher. Turned back out by Elmira. Both teams looking to get a change here. It's been a long shift. There's a shot that is tipped out of play. Off the stick of Zylec. We get a whistle. 3:54 gone here in the third period. 3-2 Elmira in the lead. Neither team credited with a shot on goal yet this period. And now we get a whistle as Justin Schmidt back out on the ice after serving his 2, 5, and 10. Although not called back to the bench here after he got out. Face off to the right of McBurney. And stepping forward off the face-off is Sokol. Sokol trying to jam that one towards the net. It ends up around to the right wing side. Picked up there by Gullo. Gullo in the corner. Looking for Sokol. That one knocked away. Around it comes Jamath. On to the right side. Doe chips it into the corner to himself. Gets it back. Centering feed. Deflected just before it got to Jamath. Ends up left point. LaBelle. Left side wall. Petrantonio. Right point. Feeds Rogers. His wrister blocked right off the body of Sokol, and he clears it from the seat of his pants. Columbus trying to push back in, but the puck intercepted at the line and banked back the other way. Jamath steals it away. He moves in. He's got help in front. Trying to feed it through. That one is sticked away and now cleared down the ice by Gullo. Right back. River Dragons trying to push in. Jamath's up by himself right now, waiting for a little bit of help on the right side wall. He's tied up. He and Levac tied up over the puck. It ends up in the slot area. Sent ahead by O'Connor to the right wing side. Ozelynch closing off on the right wing. Now a centering feed, and that one goes right out the other side and right away to center. Sent back in. McBurney slows it down behind the net for Frazier. Frazier to Krupp. Krupp on to the right wing. Wickline. Pass into space. Aldworth hooked up as he got through center. Still with the hook in him. Still keeps the puck going forward at least. Krupp on to the left side. He has to chase it all the way back out to center. River Dragons dump it back in. Elmira clears off the glass. Frazier took a knee, kept it in at the line. Swung in behind the net. Columbus trying to set the cycle on the right side. Wickline, high slot, across the line. Backhands to an open wing on the left side. Krupp tied up over there with O'Connor. Krupp in the corner, trying to move it free. Fed up the wall. Puck at the point, knocked out to center. And now Aldworth ran into the referee with it. Was a little upset with the ref for being in the way, but it ends up with a turnover to Elmira. 6:10 gone here in the third. 3-2 Mammoth in the lead. Anderson up on the left side with the Mammoth. His shot. That one ends up going wide. Storjahan trying to move it along. Turned over in the corner to Solis. His centering feed is blocked, but the puck trickles in on net. McBurney will hold on. 6:28 gone here in the IGH Properties third period of play. The Mammoth with a 3-2 lead on Columbus. This is River Dragons hockey.
Property specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at IGHproperties.net. That's IGHproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber press box of the Columbus Civic Center. In the IGH Properties third period of play, the Mammoth with a 3-2 lead up on the Columbus River Dragons, 6:28 into this third period. And not sure what the holdup is here, although we're all looking over at the clock. Oh, there we go. All right, we're good to go. Draw to the left of the River Dragons goal. It's controlled by Elmira. Now it's coughed up at center, and here's a chance at a race. Kelly is hooked up. He has to peel back, puts the puck on net. Proud block, trying to grab it. He does get it long enough. Ends up with a whistle. Boy, oh boy, there has just been a lot of hooking here in this third period by Elmira on the River Dragons, and they're getting away with it. The River Dragons have not had a power play yet in this hockey game. And sometimes if a team doesn't draw a power play, you say, well, they're just not working hard enough, and that would be the case. But again, as I mentioned, nobody's been credited with a shot here. We are 6.5 minutes into this period. There's a shot that is blocked by Solis, and it ricochets all the way down the ice. But neither team has a shot yet, but Columbus has had a couple of drives in the offensive zone. And here's Storjahan in with a drive off the goal post. Storjahan ripped it off the pipe, and that will not count as a shot on goal either. Now back in is King. His chance deflected into the netting. Oh, my. Really the first chance of the period for either side. Face-off will stay to the left of Proudlock. Petrantonio in for the draw. Doe out there as well. I believe that's Underwood on the right side. It is. Puck to the right point. Frazier walks in. His shot, and that missed on the near side. Tried to pick something on the glove. Could not do it, and the puck sent right back down into the River Dragon zone. And now back the other way. Here come the River Dragons again on the right side. Doe in with a wrist shot. Blocker save. First chance there. Proudlock gets run into in front of the net. And now it's turned back down the ice. Frazier after it. Frazier trying to fight through the check there. Does get the puck away to center. Petrantonio leaving it off for Doe. Doe driving in the left wing side. Over to Petrantonio. His shot, and that one deflected off the defenseman and into the corner, and away comes Elmira. Led on the right side here, Carter. Into the near side corner, and he takes a big hit on that near side. Still fighting for the puck on the wall. 8 minutes gone in the third period. Still 3-2 Mammoth. Puck sent back up the right wing, and Columbus finally able to get it ahead. They have to move for a face-off. This Krupp up on the forecheck. Turning it on the wing. There's an attempt at a check by Krupp. He at least got a piece of his man. Puck enough to turn it over. Right side to Aldworth. In with a shot. Save. Proudlock. Rebound. Wickline couldn't get it away. Nice job by Wolf to lean on him. Puck to the point. Held in. Long shot floated wide. Right point. Let go by Rogers. Wickline tried for a tip. Ozelinch holding it in on the left side. Around the rim it goes. And pass Rogers down. This will be an icing call. We get the whistle. 3-2 Mammoth in the lead, and well, finally a couple of shots on the board. Face off will be to the left of the Mammoth goal. Wickline in at the circle here, and they are going to toss Wolf out of the face-off. Or are they? No, Wolf back into the face-off. And he wins it. Off the glass and out for the Mammoth to center. And at this point, that's exactly what Elmira wants to keep doing. They are just lulling the River Dragons to sleep here. They give up an occasional scoring chance, but when you are now 9 minutes into a period, you've only given up 3 shots. You're doing what you need to do, especially when you have a lead in a hockey game. Campbell behind his own net. The Mammoth trying to move it ahead. And Elmira just playing a little keep away. They'll draw it back into their own zone. So Elise waiting for his mates to change. At center, tried to dump it in from there. Was going to be icing, but nope, they wave it off. Theorakos in, centering feed tipped away. Now Columbus on the rush again, right side. Kelly tried to stick handle in, lost it. Puck goes behind the net. Kelly back in the near shot wall. Storage a hand over to try to help him out. Papandrea trying to clear. Can't get it out. King with a collision. Now it's out to center. Turn right back over to King. King will wheel in. Feeding it on the left side. Storage a hand in as King going to the net. Puts it on goal. Proudlock the save. And he'll freeze it at the right post. 9:55 left to go in this third period. Mammoth with a 3-2 lead over the River Dragons. We're back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Back at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you. And a cast of thousands on hand here tonight. Face-off will be to the right of the Mammoth goal. 9:55 left in the third. It's a 1-goal deficit for Columbus. Who, by the way, undefeated in regulation on home ice this year. Hoping to not have that streak in jeopardy tonight. And as I said at the top of the broadcast, you know, Elmira, only 5 wins on the year, but those 5 wins have come in the last 8 games. There's a shot that is blocked by the D in front of the net. And this is a team that started with 10 straight losses, and they had a rough time, but now they're starting to figure some things out. They try to walk in. Nice job by LaBelle. Took it away from Sokol, and now a break up the right side. Here's King moving in. Backdoor shot. What a stop by Proudlock, splitting over to his right. He absolutely robbed Storjahan. What a stop. Unbelievable right there. The best chance of the game that hasn't gone in the net. Puck in on McBurney, and he's going to wheel it aside to King. Oh, Columbus did everything right. There's a lead ahead. Storjahan on the left side, pushing in. Looking for a flip into space here. Bouncing puck on the right wing side. Down the wall is Zylec. His centering feed. Now it's fed to the right point. Frazier try to bank pass off the dasher down low. Zylec had his stick held up. He's exasperated by the lack of a call there. Puck to the line. Mammoth able to hold it in. Mammoth, Callahan, backdoor feed, tipped away just before Kelly arrived. Kelly, left point. Zylec with a shot to the front of the net, and that is cleared out by Elmira. Once again, River Dragons with a long shift here. Here's Mammoth moving in. Doe going to the net. There's a shot tipped away in front. Rogers behind the net to Doe. Doe looking behind the net, now up top, all the way to the left point with it. Quick shot coming in. That one tipped away in front. Rogers down low. Feeds it down for Mammoth. Mammoth in the corner, leaving it for Doe on the left wing. Rogers left point. His shot wide of the net. Rebound right off the dasher. Mammoth couldn't get to it in time as it's cleared away. Vanelli back into the right wing. He'll lead the charge. Wrist shot off some shin pads right back out to center. 7:48 to go into third. Here they come in the left side with a shot. McBurney way out to make the save. And he hangs on to that one. 7:45 left to go into third. Mammoth 3, River Dragons 2. Back the other way, here's Petrantonio, left side, trying to push the puck in off the glass, not out. Second effort, and Elmira does get it away to center. 7.5 to go in the third. Back the other way, pushing in right wing is Doe. Doe through his skates, leaves it up top, in the slot, cleared away to the line, not out. Vanelli, long wrister save, rebound. Underwood is stopped by Proudlock, and he holds the rebound. Face-off will stay in the Elmira zone, as right now the River Dragons looking for that equalizer, and they can't seem to find it. Thomas Proudlock with an amazing right pad save on Alex Callahan earlier in the period. Elmira still only has one shot in this period. That was the one that McBurney just handled moments ago. Face-off to the left of the Mammoth. And that'll be one back to the point. LaBelle through traffic. Hit a body in front and just ends up in the near corner. And once again, the Mammoth just cleared out. They are content to rope-a-dope their way through this period, and it's working. Quick line up with the forecheck. Can't get to the puck. Aldworth. Quick line in the corner. Aldworth pulls it out of the pile. Right side on the half wall. Into the corner again. Wick line to the right point. Getting it back down from LaBelle. Wick line with traffic. A shot tumbles just wide. Now a chance short side. Jam play doesn't go. Croup behind the net. Feeding it around. Here's Aldworth. Aldworth, LaBelle up top. He lets it go off the goalpost. Now Wick line with a chance. That hit a shin on the way through. Proudlock had trouble getting back in the net, and he looks like he's hurt. Aldworth to the left side at the face-off dot. Behind the net. Stops. Tried to wrap it back out. Yeah, Proudlock is struggling. Zylec, right side, LaBelle. How many goalposts are they going to hit? Shot in front, cleared away to the wall. And sent down the ice. Big hit on the near side by Aldworth. That's an icing call. And Proudlock is down once again. The way he was reacting, I would not be surprised if that was a groin tweak. He injured it in the traffic in front of the net. And as the trainers come out to tend to not only Proudlock, but also still down on the ice, another one of the Mammoth players. And it looks like that is Jacob Wolf on the near side. But back to Proudlock, the goaltender. There was traffic in front of the net. He's trying to put a little weight on that right leg, probably that right groin area. He was hurting. Looks like he's okay, though. He has sent the trainer back over now to head to the other pile and have a look at Wolf, along with the Elmira trainer out there as well. Wolf is up on his skates. And he will make it to the bench under his own power. Now they go back to talk to Proudlock again, who is now leaning on the net, trying to put some pressure on it. See if he can push off with it. That's the worst for a goal. And the more I watch Proudlock move, the more convinced I am his groin is troubling him. And is he gonna head off the ice? He is. So Proudlock is out. Decides he can't go. It's a shame. He was playing an incredible game. So he leaves, 37 saves, 2 goals against. And right now, he's the goaltender of record. So that means that coming out now is Harley White. So 53-56 of gameplay time for Thomas Proudlock, 37 saves, 2 goals against. Harley White into the game. This is a difficult situation to lose your goaltender, especially one that's played as well as Proudlock. But let me say this, the River Dragons must capitalize on a cold goaltender coming in a high-pressure situation. Must. And Columbus has also hit, don't forget, 3 goalposts in this game. I don't know what's with the River Dragons and the goalposts lately. The last couple of weeks, we've been averaging, I would dare say, 4 or 5 a weekend. To start with 3 tonight, not great. River Dragons control the draw. Kelly trying to force it through. Ends up in behind the net. Down to the near side, Columbus to set it up. King to the right point. Held in by Rogers, back to King. King to the left point. Frazier into the slot, looking for Kelly. Trouble digging it out. Puck at the line, kept in. Storjahan run over. Kelly in the pile, can't get to it. Elmira able to move it away. Sent back in, Kelly up after it. Boy, this line just looks exhausted. They've had several long shifts tonight. They look tired. Kelly on the left side, banks to the left point. Frazier to the right point. Rogers. His shot blocked. Came right back to him. Rogers backhands it into the slot. Kelly can't come up with it. Stretch. And almost a breakaway completion down there as McBurney has to come out, paddle it away from Carter. Now Elmira might just look for the stretch because we're under 5 minutes to play. The River Dragons have to go all in on finding that tying goal. Pass on the right side. Kelly up after it. Well, they need shorter shifts at this point. Here's Vanelli. Off the shin pads of Storjahan, turn right back down the ice. Doe. He'll tap it back, and now the River Dragons up the right side. Mammoth. Will he be the hero? Petrantonio tipping it on Doe, right in on goal. Played away to the line, off the skate of Vanelli, stays in. Petrantonio down low, shot in front. Nice job with the goal stick there as Harley White directing it all the way down the ice. Back the other way, Mammoth on the tip. Plays it into space. Doe cutting to his left. Over. Petrantonio with a shot deflected wide. Mammoth curling high slot. Fans on a shot as he tried to let it go, but does keep it in. Doe into the slot. Couldn't get his pass through. Petrantonio trying to steal it back. Tying up with his man to the far wing. Petrantonio ends up with it in the pile. Bouncing puck in the line. Keeps it onside. Mammoth in the left wing corner. There goes McBurney to the bench. Shot. They score! Austin Doe! On the near side, beats White on the glove side. 3:44 to go in the third. This game is tied up at 3. Boy, they needed that one. And Austin Doe back on the score sheet. 16-16, time of the goal. Oh, it couldn't come at a better time. You love to see it. That's his first goal in 5 games. And Doe, who's been held off the sheet in the last 2, back on there. Now the River Dragons keep pressing. Petrantonio, and there's a break. Aldworth in, game on a stick, he scores! Thomas Aldworth to the forehand, he beats White! And the River Dragons have gone from down 1 to up 1 in the space of just over a minute. It's 4-3 Columbus! Aldworth with his second of the game. The goals coming 30 seconds apart. Now a little bit of a moment at the scorers table. Looks like, no, we're all right. We're going to play on here. Aldworth on the breakaway. Sprung in behind the D. Now it's Elmira that must press. Let's see if they pull the goalie. There's a shot from the off angle. Saved by McBurney, and he got the whistle. .249 to go in the third. River Dragons with a 4-3 lead over the Mammoth. Jay Kroup's scoring streak has now reached 11 straight games with a point. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
In managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at ighproperties.net. That's ighproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you. And let's keep an eye on the Elmira net now. They lost their starting goaltender, Thomas Proudlock, who played so well, but an apparent groin injury. And then White comes in and unfortunately has given up 2. But boy, oh boy, kudos to Columbus for taking advantage. Let's see if they can keep it that way. Right now, White remains in the net. 2.5 minutes to go. And now breakaway again in behind Storjahan in glove. Save White. That was a huge stop right there by the Elmira netminder. Boy, they needed him to come up big, and he did. But now, Elmira, in trying to press, is stretching it out too far, and now Storjahan pulled down in the corner. And that's not drawing a call. I guess Columbus is not getting one tonight. Here's Kelly looping in the zone. Kelly behind the net again. Kelly backhand pass side of the net. Cleared away to the corner. Right back to Kelly. Kelly up top, drive, blocker, save, White rebound all the way up to the left point. Zylec steps up, keeps it alive. And the puck off the handle there. Out to center, King will back up. Storjahan hooked up trying to leave the zone, moved ahead. He'll take the lead pass, leave it off of the line, but he left it right to Elmira. That's Carter. Up the other way on the left wing. Up top a shot, McBurney will scoop up the puck and hang on, and now cutting through the front of the net, swatting at the mitt there. Piakarski got a little bit of a talking to, and he'll draw some attention. 1:34 to go in the third period. What a turnaround. 2 goals, 30 seconds apart for the River Dragons from Doe and Aldworth. And it went from a 3-2 Elmira lead to a 4-3 River Dragons lead. And now we get a timeout call by Elmira with 1:34 to go here in the third, and I suspect you will see White head to the bench. Let's take a break. 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKC and HD2 Forbidden South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
It looks like White is indeed going to stay on the bench. So 6-on-5 for the Elmira Mammoth with 1:34 to go in the third period. Shots are 43 for the River Dragons, 21 for the Mammoth. Draw to the right of Bailey McBurney. Petrantonio in for this most important face-off. One back by Elmira. Lebach getting it to the point. Carter swings it over to the right side, sent around the rim. And Zylec banks it back up the far side. Gullo with it. Set up in the far wall. Anderson into the pile. Petrantonio knocked down. Puck pulled free and moved away. Jamaev up with it. Jamaev to center on the backhand, trying to nudge it ahead towards the empty net. Would have went wide. Now Elmira right back the other way. Led by Carter. And over the line, Carter left side, a shot. McBurney save. Oh, the puck came loose, but he got the whistle. 1:01 to go in the third. 4-3 River Dragons. Of course, the Elmira bench is angry that the whistle went. Very few people sitting down here in Columbus. Most of this building is up on its feet right now. Draw to the right of the River Dragons goal. Dug towards the corner. Zylec trying to clear. Under a minute to go. 6-on-5. The Elmira net is empty. Sent into the near corner. And the puck loose in the slot. A bouncer cleared to the line. And Lirakos knocked down, lost his stick. Had to hand pass it back. And so that is going to generate a whistle and a face-off back in the Elmira zone, or at least close enough to it. Let's see if they put White back out there, and they will. They will indeed send the goaltender back into the net with a puck drop. Coming up on the far side of the ice in front of the Elmira bench, just outside of that Mammoth blue line. Boy, if Wickline can win this one back, maybe play a little keep away here, but Elmira controls. Carter will flip it ahead, but it's intercepted by the River Dragons. White started towards the bench, went back. And now it's picked off again. Columbus will dump it down the ice. Brown chasing, there's no icing, and at this point, White's got to go with the rush. Here come the Mammoth. Right side, there goes White once again. Cleared around to the near side. Frazier tried to clear, hit a body. Stays in the left side corner. Puck to the line and out. And now race toward to the empty net. Underwood will get beaten by Aldworth. Aldworth in, he scores! Thomas Aldworth with the hat trick. He seals the deal with 2.7 seconds to go in the third. It's 5-3 River Dragons. .1957 time of the goal that puts it away, and Columbus is going to carry out a come-from-behind win on a Friday night here at the Civic Center. And the River Dragons win it 5-3 over the Mammoth here tonight. Same two teams back at it again tomorrow night. Teddy Bear Toss Night, Ugly Sweater Night presented by McDonald's. And a couple of hats make it down to the ice for the hat trick. Aldworth with his third goal of the game. The River Dragons out to celebrate on the ice. Scorch and Torch out there as well. We're going to keep it right here for the Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game before we move into that Pepsi post-game show. Boy, what a great come-from-behind win here tonight for Columbus. It's still a couple of hats making it down from the rafters for Aldworth. I appreciate that. Thanks for getting those out there, everybody. You can probably pick them up at customer service or maybe the game tomorrow. I was always afraid as a kid to throw my hat. I'm like, will I get my hat back? I don't know. 5-3 River Dragons win it. And in just a moment, as I mentioned, we will have the 3 stars of the game brought to you Are we going to get the 3 stars here in a minute? I think we are. Let's see here. Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game. Wade Cleaners, the official cleaners of Scorch and Torch. This will also give us a chance to tell you River Dragons hockey is brought to you by Air Force Heating and Cooling, the official heating and cooling company of the Columbus River Dragons. By Zelmo Zip-In, the official fuel provider of the River Dragons. By Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons. And also, as I mentioned, always broadcasting live here from the Harvey Lumber Press Box. Tom Callahan here with you. We'll get our 3 stars down on the ice in just a moment. Yes, they get the hats up. I love it. Schmitty comes over. Justin Schmidt comes over to help scoop the hats up as well down there on the ice. As we are just ironing things out here now. Just waiting for the 3 stars interview. All right, here we go. Let's head on down to the ice. And your 3 stars of the game brought to you by Wade Cleaners, the official cleaners of Scorch and Torch. Thomas Alworth, your number 1 star with a hat trick tonight in a 5-3 win over the Elmira Mammoth. We'll be back in the Pepsi post-game show. There's more coming your way. Stick around. Plenty more to talk about. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
It's time for the Pepsi postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pepsi, Air Force Heating and Air, Beam TV, Zelmo Zip-In, and Wade Cleaners. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Tom Callahan.
All right, welcome back here to the Pepsi postgame show. Tom Callahan here with you. Thank you so much for joining me. Wow, what a third period. What a finish to this hockey game as the Columbus River Dragons come from behind on the Elmira Mammoth and claim a 5-3 win. Thomas Alworth with the hat trick tonight and cements it late, finishes it off with the empty net goal with a couple of seconds left in the game. But boy, oh boy, that third period, bit of a nail-biter, wasn't it? Unfortunately, if you're an Elmira Mammoth fan, it looks like you lost Thomas Proudlock for the rest of the game. Will you lose him for tomorrow night? Potentially. He tried to give it a go. Looked like maybe a groin injury, certainly something with the right side of his lower body, and did try some movements, a little bit of skating. Decided he couldn't finish the game, and it's a shame because Proudlock had played so well for Elmira until then. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be Patrick Waugh coming into the game cold as a backup goaltender, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way. Well, as I said, Columbus needed to take advantage, and they did. In 30 seconds, they scored twice to go from trailing 3-2 to a 4-3 lead, cement it with the empty net goal, and a big night for the River Dragons. And also a big night, Alexander Jumeyev, 2 assists in his River Dragons debut, so congratulations to him. Nice to see Austin Doe back on the score sheet as well. He ends up with the game-winning goal here this evening and a big, timely goal out of Austin Doe. And then, of course, Thomas Alworth with the hat trick. Just a great performance for the River Dragons to come back in that third period and find a way to make it happen this evening. That's one of those wins that you take with you throughout the course of the season. And again, kudos to Elmira. This is a much improved hockey team from when we saw them at the beginning of the season. It was a couple of easy games, really, for the River Dragons to open the season with. They're a different hockey club now. And coming into tonight, they had won 5 of their last 8. They started to put it together. They look like a much more confident team. They look like they have so much more going for them. And don't forget, Elmira missing 2 of their top 3 scorers on this trip. That's another reason why the River Dragons need to take advantage of it. This is the last time these teams see each other for the remainder of the regular season. So back at it again tomorrow night. Don't forget, it's Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater Night presented by McDonald's. McDonald's Family 4-packs on sale. Still a couple left through the River Dragons office tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. You can give us a call, 706-507-4625, or stop by here. 4 McDonald's meals, 4 River Dragons hats, and 4 tickets to the game tomorrow night. Don't forget to bring a stuffed animal to toss on the ice when the River Dragons score that first goal. It all goes to benefit the underprivileged here in the Chattahoochee Valley. Also, there'll be a Toys for Tots donation and an ugly sweater on both the players. I'll be wearing one. Hopefully you'll be wearing one because there's a contest. And the best, worst, I'm not sure how it's going to work, but fan favorite ugly sweater, I guess, is going to be judged between the periods, and the winner gets a team-used game sign stick. All right, let's come back with a Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard. We'll look inside the stats to this one, and we'll wrap it all up for you here in the Pepsi postgame show. Huge win for the Columbus River Dragons tonight, 5-3 your final. We'll come right back with more River Dragons hockey.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com. In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Back here in the Pepsi postgame show, Tom Callahan here with you at the Columbus Civic Center. The Zamboni is out, circling the ice as the game wraps itself up, and the Civic Center empties in a 5-3 win for Columbus here this evening. Let's take a look back inside the numbers before we get to our Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard. And let's recap the scoring for you. In the first period, Elmira got out to a 2-0 lead. First goal was just 22 seconds in. Stoelise able to put home a rebound chance. Anderson hit the post with a shot right off the face-off. It ricocheted behind Bailey McBurney. And sitting there in the crease, Stoelise swooped in and popped it home for his fourth. 22 seconds in, it was 1-0. Then Sokol, his first as a pro from Gullo at 11:30, and it's a 2-0 game. The River Dragons did respond, though. 19:39, time of the goal. Josh Petrantonio, his fifth from Doe and Jemayev. And the first point from Alexander Jemayev in a River Dragons uniform with the assist on that goal, 2-1 at the close of the first. Anderson with the second of the year from Soalis, who had a 2-point night, 6:21 time of the goal. And it was 3-1 at that point. That was a power play goal during a 5-minute major against Justin Schmidt, who picked up an instigator, a fighting major, and a 10-minute misconduct, was not kicked out of the game. But again, the River Dragons give up that power play goal against, and you can't help but flash back to the Port Huron series last weekend, where the River Dragons ended up giving up 5 power play goals in a 4-minute span to open the third period of that hockey game. But it was not to be the way it was last weekend in Port Huron. The River Dragons do manage to get through the rest of the kill, and then it became the Thomas Allworth show after that at 11:19, his first of 3 on the evening, his 6th, and it made it a 3-2 game after 2 periods of play. Into the third we go, and the River Dragons pressed the Mammoth harder and harder and harder as the period went along. Hit another post. They hit 3 tonight, and just seemed like they weren't going to be able to find a way to beat goaltender Thomas Proudlock. But then Proudlock got injured, left the game with a lower body injury. Not sure whether or not he'll be able to go tomorrow night or not, but for the time being, he has to leave the game. And that's a tough one with just a little over 6 minutes left to go. Harley White comes in. White ends up surrendering 2 goals. The first one to Austin Doe, his 6th from Jamaev and Petrantonio at 16-16. And then 30 seconds later, Aldworth with his 2nd of the night. And Jay Krupp picks up an assist on that goal at 16:46. And for Krupp, that now moves his point-scoring streak to 11 straight games with a point. So nice job for Jay to keep that alive. Then with the net empty and the goaltender White on the bench, 6-on-5, Aldworth races down the ice with time winding down for the hat-trick goal, his 8th of the year at 19:57, and that would cap the scoring in this one. Shots by period for the River Dragons, 17-14, 13-44 for the contest for Elmira, 13-5, only 3 in the third period as Elmira played rope-a-dope a lot of that third period, and for a long time in the third it worked. And again, had Proudlock not gotten hurt, who knows what we're talking about as an outcome here tonight. But the River Dragons, you got to take the breaks where you get them. And they did. They took advantage, so kudos to them. Power plays tonight. The River Dragons did not see a single power play this evening. And meanwhile, the Elmira Mammoth finished the game 1 for 3 with the man advantage. All right. One thing left to do here for you before we step away in our Pepsi postgame show, and that is take a look at the Zelmo's Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmo Zip-In has been fueling life's passions since 1999. All right, we have finals coming in from around the FPHL. Watertown with a 5-2 win over Binghamton this evening. The Motor City Rockers double up Carolina 6-3 this evening. Also, we had... Well, let's go back and see if we can find that Delaware score in a moment here. Right now, Port Huron with an 8-4 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves. Boy, that's a tough one right there. And then it looks like this one's gone final now. Yes, indeed. Danbury 8-4 winners over the Delaware Thunder. In the National Hockey League, later in the third, the Wild with a 3-1 lead over the Chicago Blackhawks. Matt Zuccarello has 2 in that game for Minnesota. Blues with a 2-1 lead up on the Flames. And the Islanders, at the end of one period of play, out to a 2-1 lead on the Arizona Coyotes. College football, couple of bowl games kicked off the bowl season today. The Duluth Trading Cure Bowl saw number 24 Troy beat number 25 UTSA 18-12. And the hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl, UAB with a big 24-20 win over Miami of Ohio. So congratulations to Alabama Birmingham on ending the year with a win in that hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. That's the bowl I want to go to. Anytime. You can send me to the Bahamas Bowl. I will not complain. All right, that'll do it for the Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard, and that will do it for our broadcast here for the Harvey Lumber Press Box at the Columbus Civic Center. The River Dragons end up with a 5-3 win over the Elmira Mammoth. Same 2 teams back at it tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. And don't forget, it is Ugly Sweater and Teddy Bear Toss Night presented by McDonald's. We look forward to seeing you out here tomorrow night. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. This is Tom Callahan, and one more time your final, the Columbus River Dragons 5, the Elmira Mammoth 3. And the River Dragons improved to 15-2-1 on the year, and the Mammoth now 5-12-2. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Thanks for listening in, everybody. This has been the Pepsi Postgame Show and Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
You've been listening to the Pepsi Postgame Show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Pepsi, Air Force Heating and Air, Beam TV, Zelmo Zip-In, and Wade Cleaners. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and TMB Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution or the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and TMB Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons Hockey Club.
Let's rock. Back to the most new rock anywhere. 106.9 rocks.